Good evening, everybody. Please switch on your cameras. Let's get started. Yes. Please switch on your cameras. Let's get started. So we've understood many things yesterday. We'll have to revise it today as well so that it stays in your mind. So instead of going back to what we've studied yesterday, let's start with the chapter itself, right? Let's go through the chapter and we'll cover what we've studied yesterday as well. Clear? Sure. I told you yesterday, there are users of the financial information, right? There are end users of the financial information. At the end of the day, every stakeholder has some or the other expectation from the auditor because they want to know about the entire company, because each class of stakeholder has some or the other interest in the company. And as an auditor, we want to make sure that the financial information which is reported is true and fair, such that the other person who's relying on our signature does not feel, his trust shouldn't be broken. No, they shouldn't feel deceived, right? So here, you just have to read it by yourself when you're back home. Nothing to remember, nothing to by heart. Okay? Nothing to remember, nothing to by heart. It's just they're giving you an introduction of how auditing is all about. Okay? Now, here also nothing to remember, but you need to understand one thing here. Very simple. See, when a shareholder and an investor is looking at the balance sheet or is looking at the P&L, what is their point of view? See, if I have invested in a company, I will keep looking at the profit figures. Why do I want to look at the profit figure? To see. See, chalo, I'll assume that your company where you have invested is continuously having losses. Will you keep your shares in that company then? Yes, no, not applicable.
No, ma'am.
What will you do?
Sell the shares.
You sell the shares. If it's doing profit,
Buy shares, invest more.
you'll buy more of their shares. If it's not doing profit, it's not doing loss also, it's just growing very slowly. What will you want to do then?
We will hold.
Decide whether we should sell or hold.
Maybe you want to hold it, maybe you want to sell it. So as a shareholder or an investor, you just have to understand that either you will hold, you will invest in, or you will sell the shares, right? So you have to understand, okay, shareholders' expectation is this. As an auditor, we should be knowing that profit figure can't go wrong, because on the profit figure, EPS matlab earnings per share, market price per share, uske upar they're going to decide whether they want to continue with the company or not. So those figures can't be wrong. Lenders and debt providers, basically people who are giving loan to that company. Say Infosys is the company over here. Then ICICI Bank has given loan to Infosys. Now, why is ICICI Bank interested in Infosys ka balance sheet? What are the figures that will keep them happy in the balance sheet? What would they like to see according to you? You won't find answers here. You have to think. Yes. What is it?
Liquidity.
Liquidity, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Liquidity then. How soon the company is
Equity
paying
to debt
off.
Overdraft balance.
Yes, correct. Current asset, current liabilities you have to see. There are few figures that will affect them the most. Why are they getting affected? Because their only concern is, will this so and so company whom we have given loan, will they be able to pay the money back within time or not? They just want to know so much. Okay. And chances are Infosys will again come to ICICI Bank and say, you've already given us a 50 crore loan, we want 100 crore loan. So extra 50 should we give or not as ICICI Bank? So they will obviously ask for balance sheet figures. They want to see if the company is growing well to be able to give loan to them. Right? Vendors and operational lenders, who are these? Suppliers. What are suppliers interested in?
They get their payments.
Yeah, when will they get their payment back? So what are they going to look at? When they look at company, they will only look at the credibility. Whether this company who's taking goods on credit from us, will they be able to pay us within time or not? Okay, we'll see the market reputation of that company is good enough or not. Employees, what do they want to look at? They want to look at the Salaries we discussed yesterday. Potential of the company, whether, see, again, another way we look at as employees is like work-life balance should be there. Else, why would I want to work in a company? Right? So potential of the company to provide a better quality of work. When Narayan Murthy said no, and it got all viral, I used to work what, 18 hours a day, 12 hours a day, all of that. We got agitated. But honestly, Infosys has a very good environment, work environment. They are very nice to their employees. But look at how offensive society got. So you have to understand, see, one statement goes to the public, there is going to be a trouble, right? So that's why it is sensitive. Government, what are they interested in?
Whether the tax is paid on
Tax.
time.
They just want to make sure that the so-and-so company is a proper taxpayer, compliant taxpayer. Matlab is complying with the law. Customers, they always want cheap quality, cheap price mein goods, a very good quality goods within time. And society, at the end of the day, they want to make sure that there is good transparency the company maintains, right? CSR activity karo. They should be having a very good recognition in the society. They shouldn't use all the environmental resources, should not damage everything. This is the expectation society has. So what are they trying to tell you over here? Each user of that financial statement, be it employee, be it customer, supplier, whoever it is, they all have some or the other expectation from that financial statement. So they will definitely look at every figure which matters to them the most. So do not play around those figures in the balance sheet and the P&L, which will trigger them. Don't take those figures lightly is what they are trying to tell. Simple. Nothing to by heart, nothing to remember. Understand, that's all. I'll tell you what you have to by heart. Clear? Now, I want you to understand what is assurance. Okay, we've understood the dictionary meaning of assurance. Now we have to understand the auditing mein kya hota hai assurance. See, your subject is audit and assurance. What is audit? I told you. Clearly, it is more like checking the balance sheet, checking the P&L, right? I'll tell you what audit is in some time. But for now, your understanding says, ma'am, somebody will prepare the financial statement and give to us. We will check it. After checking, what will you do is my next question. After checking, what will you do?
Determine whether they
Sorry?
provide assurance whether the financial statements are according to
How will you
the
provide assurance is the question. Dekho, you've gone for a checkup. Malaria hai ki nahi hai? I want to get a checkup done. Doctor has done the checkup. He'll say, हाँ, checkup ho gaya. What's your next question to the doctor?
What's the report?
Report kahan hai? Only when they give you the report, you'll be assured, no, that things are fine. So what is assurance? You have to give your audit report to that client so that they're rest assured that things are fine. So what is assurance being? It is nothing but a feeling of security and safety. And providing that feeling of assurance is our responsibility as auditors. If my signature is there, no client should die in anxiety. कि क्या हुआ होगा, क्या हुआ होगा. My signature is there, they'll trust it. If my signature is not there, they won't trust the balance sheet. Simple. So we are clearly giving them the assurance just by our signature. Assurance results in companies gaining confidence and trust of the stakeholders. See, why are they coming to us for signature? Because those stakeholders feel confident. Stakeholder ka trust becomes better. Okay. So why are they interested? They are interested because indirectly, directly, they're connected to the company, either financially or operationally or legally. Government is legally connected with the company, right? Suppliers are operationally connected. Bank loan, the person who's giving bank loan to that company is financially connected. So assurance. Now, this is one important thing. If you're using your mobile phones, keep them aside, okay? Assurance is provided by independent experts' opinion about specific information so that stakeholders who rely on the financial information of the company are able to make confident decision. Now, here's the first jargon you're going to learn from, okay? Now, this is important sentence. I'll tell you later. If, assume, my father has a business. My father has a business and I am a CA, okay, assume. And he comes to me and he has had a revenue of 5 crores this year. Okay. He doesn't feel like he wants to pay GST. He feels that let me not pay GST. And he doesn't want to pay income tax both. Income tax, GST are two different things. Okay. And he doesn't want to pay it. So he'll come to me and say, Beta, you do the audit. CA है ना घर में. Why should I find somebody outside for signature? I have one at home. He comes to me, right? And he tells me, now that you have cleared your exams, now sign this and give me. So that I can, not disclose 5 crore ka revenue, I'll show only 3 crore revenue. And you put your signature, so people will rely on it, no? That's how it works, right? Now, what will I do in this situation? My question to you is, what will I do? Think about it, common sense. Talk to me. What will I do?
You are not going to sign it.
You
You
are
are not
trusting
allowed
me
to
too
do the
much
audit.
from day one. Don't trust me so much. कुछ ज्यादा ही भरोसा है.
Not
Get
be
a
biased.
CA who doesn't
Try
know
to
your
find some
father.
exemptions.
You will find
Not be
exemptions. I am his daughter.
Exemptions
मैम
on income.
इमोशनली यू कैन डू इट
बायस का वो हो सकता है थ्रेट.
My blood will speak first or my professionalism. You tell me. Be honest.
blood.
हाँ,
Blood.
ब्लड
simple है ना? Come on, guys. This is something that you stop being in Satyug. Come to Kalyug. Okay? Let's not go back that 10,000 years back. We are not that. We understand over here that as a daughter, if I have the knowledge, I know what black money, white money is. I know how to, make sure that the tax can be evaded. Why not is a question. And what's the first thing your parents will tell you? They'll tell you, kya fayda CA ka? What's the point? What's the point of having you if you have to pay full tax? That's how Indian society also will look at you. Suddenly your chacha, mama, kaka, kaki, everybody will have expectation that this person is going to sign. And what will we say? When we tell them, no, you will have to disclose all the income, we have to pay taxes properly, they'll tell, what's the point of telling you then? We'll go back to our old person who's signing all this. Why to give it to you if there's no difference? So please understand over here. I am an expert. I have a certificate. I have my degree. Okay? But if I sign for my father's balance sheet, if I sign for his business ka balance sheet, I will assume the responsibility of a daughter rather than of a auditor. Right? Any day. I start assuming myself. Now, there is an interest which I have in professional life and there's an interest which I have in my personal life. Interest of being a daughter, interest of being a chartered accountant. They get conflicted over here. Because a daughter in me wants to sign and show 3 crore. But the professional in me is saying you can't do tax evasion, you have to show 5 crore. Right? So there is a conflict of interest. Two interests are getting conflicted. So abhi main kya karu? So, as per ethics, which you will learn in chapter 4a, very clearly they will tell you that you cannot sign your father, mother, sibling ka balance sheets. You're not allowed only. Got it? So if you are having any kind of official relationship, I'm not talking about girlfriend, boyfriend, I'm telling official relationship, mother, father, right? Brother, to sister, right? Grandparents. So agar there is a relationship which you have, which is a vested relationship in family, you're not allowed to put signatures on that balance sheet. By ethics only, you're not permitted. Ma'am, what if you do it, what if we do it? They'll take away your license, simple. Okay, so you're not allowed. Right? My father had huge expectation. 10 saal baad she has cleared. Finally, she will sign the balance sheet. I said, Dad, that's not possible. Sorry. Right? It's not possible. His hopes broke down that day. What's the point? He said. And he walked away. Still, he is giving to some other C only. Right? I can't do anything there. I'm helpless. Meaning, I am an expert. Can an expert just simply put sign? No. That expert has to be independent of the client. When I say independent of the client, meaning I should have no relationship with that client. He shouldn't be my husband, wife, spouse, shouldn't be father, mother, etc. If I have any kind of dependency in the relationship, I should stay away from signing. So there is an expert opinion that is needed on that balance sheet, but it's not just an expert opinion, it should be an independent expert. What does independent mean? Independent means independence from both the mind and your professional life. Okay. Now, there is one more thing. Chalo, I can sign your balance sheet. You agree with that? We don't have any relationship over here. Student-teacher relationship doesn't count. So, my next question to you is, if you have given me, sir, I just assume that I have got my marriage in the next 6 months and I need 1 crore rupees. And you are very rich. So you gave me 1 crore rupees. Okay. Okay, ma'am, rakh lo. After 1 year, you pay me. Okay, I've taken loan from you. And you have a very good business. 6 months down the line, you come to me. You gave me the money. I've used it. I've gotten married. And I have to pay you 1 year time here. I have a lot of time to pay you back. Now you come to me and you say, ma'am, can you please do audit for my business? Just conduct audit for my business. Okay. And there might be some fraudulent activities that are there in your business. What is your expectation from me now? You know that you have done fraud. You have come to me and you're telling, ma'am, can you just do the audit for my business? And there are a few frauds over here. What is your expectation from me?
Overlook all the fraud.
Ignore all those.
Overlook over the fraud.
Overlook the fraud. Help me hide the fraud. Let's do fraud together, ma'am. Hai na? So you're thinking like that. Why? Because now suddenly you realize that you have done a favor to me, so I owe it to you. Right? So in case I have any kind of monetary interest in that client's business or vested interest with the client with financial interest also, I cannot do the audit for that person. If my client has loaned me even 50,000 rupees now, if you have loaned me 50,000 rupees, I can't do audit for you. Why? Because suddenly I will not be in a position only to come and tell you. I'll be so intimidated by you that I'll not feel like telling you that, listen, I can't sign. Because you know why? You have an upper hand. You've given me loan. Right? So because of that, again, am I independent of you now? No. Am I able to think independently? No. I need to remain independent. This word you need to understand. You see, even in audit report, to aaj bhi Infosys ka audit report, if you open, the heading is independent auditors report. It is not auditors report. It is independent auditors report. Do you understand that important the word is? Meaning you cannot have a fiduciary relationship or monetary relationship with the client's business, etc. Okay, we will learn more in chapter 4a. So assurance is provided by whom? By obviously an expert who has a degree, but that expert should be independent. So assurance is provided by independent experts' opinion about specific information so that those stakeholders who are relying on the financial information which is provided, they have their confidence increased. Simple. And these decisions are made knowing that risk of this financial information of being incorrect or manipulated is reduced. See, why are you getting an auditor to come down and sign the balance sheet? So that that auditor will read it, check everything and make sure that all the frauds, errors have come down to minimum extent possible. Okay? It's that way. So you want to bring it down as much as can. That's how stakeholders will be happy. Hence, assurance is a confidence booster in reducing financial and operational risk in the users of the financial information. That's why whenever a fraud happens, the first question they ask is, what was the auditor doing? Is it not his mistake to sit and figure out things? If there's so many big complications were there in the business, then what was he doing? What was she doing? Simple. So please understand there is a meaning for this word. The word independent is highly, highly important. What I want you to do is highlight this in your book and keep. We don't study it now. We study this part later because there are few words which will come from different chapters. You need the meaning of it. Till then you can't study. Okay, there are some words like sufficient, appropriate. I will tell you later what that means. Every word has a meaning. It's a jargon. We use it that way. Khushbu, what's the doubt?
Ma'am, it is saying independent expert's opinion about the specific information.
Any specific information that is there in the financial information. Okay?
Means it
Don't
hasn't
stick
to
by
be the
the
whole
words.
of it.
See, this is not the language of audit here. It's not coming from your auditing standards. It is just coming from a place of making you understand what's the concept of assurance. Okay. So go by my explanation, not by the definition. Nothing to by heart here. If you guys had to by heart something, it would be this, which I will tell you when the time comes. Okay. If you have doubts, stay back, we'll discuss. Now. See, we need to understand one thing, guys. What is assurance over here? Assurance, again, here also nothing to by heart, but understand it's important. Base set karo apna. Make sure your base is strong. Assurance is provided by performing audit. So when can you tell everything is perfect? Only when you conduct audit you can tell. That's why your subject is double A. Auditing and assurance. So assurance is provided by performing audit, and the auditor is hence provider of that assurance. An audit is nothing but an independent examination of and expressing of opinion on the financial statements. What are you going to do with the financial statements? You're going to check them. So you're going to examine them. And after examining them, you will express your opinion in the audit report. Like how a doctor says, malaria hai, nahi hai. He's expressing an opinion. Same way. You also will express an opinion. Okay. So to sum up, again, you don't have to buy hard this, guys. Don't worry. Just understand. What is it? It's an independent check of financial statement and information. How did you get this checking done? You have used some methods. You have used some techniques to check it. Yesterday I asked you, you wanted to know what your best friend spoke to that other person. You said, I want screenshot. वो आपका technique है to figure out. You use that technique. Some people will not use that technique. Some people are so gutsy that they'll be like, wait, this person spoke to you like this. Let me call and take his case. I'll find out how he can speak to you like that. There are such people also, no? So they are going by external confirmation. Third party के पास जाके पूछेंगे ना. You know who my father is. Right? They want to go there that way. So there are people have different ways of confirming things. There are passive people. They say, okay, we will take care of it later. We'll talk tomorrow. You know? There are people. So you have to understand, when I also want to test something in the financial statements, there are different ways to check it. There are different methods. There are techniques. Right? You can inquire, you can observe, and you can find out. Sometimes you can go and ask questions and you can find out. Right? There are these introvert people who don't like talking. They'll not inquire. They'll see from far if things are fine or not. You've done that in a restaurant table when you like some dish and that somebody's ordered it. Have you gone anybody asking, "Ye kya dish mangaya?" That extrovert person will go there and ask. That is their technique of finding out. People like us will see from one right eyes, this way. Right? And then there are other people who will call the waiter and tell, "Wo table mein jo hai na, wo chahiye." That's it. So different techniques are there. Same way, even when audit made, there are different methods, techniques to check that exact information, which we'll be learning in chapter 10 procedures. And these gathered facts provide basis for expressing an unbiased opinion. After gathering all the facts from different places and checking everything, I'll be able to express an opinion, but that opinion has to be unbiased. What is the meaning of unbiased? See, when again there's another word, you learn the word independent. The next word you're learning here is objective. Objectivity. There should be objectivity when you conduct audit. What is the meaning of objectivity? Meaning unbiased, impartial. Yes, simple word unbiased. We don't use that word generally. We use objectivity. Okay? An auditor is expected to maintain objectivity. Meaning, I look at everybody in unbiased manner. My sister's audit or my friend's audit or some stranger's audit. All the three should be conducted very similarly. There should be no biasness over there. And this opinion finally goes to the users of the financial statement. And finally, they breathe. Very nice. The signature is there too. Everything is proper in the balance sheet. Got it? Now, why am I using the word balance sheet? Because you're used to an HFR. Now, what does financial information mean? Financial information will include everything. Your books of account, journal, ledger, trial balance, balance sheet, P&L, cash flow, etc. Notes to accounts, depreciation schedule, jo bhi hai, everything. End to end. Okay? Why use the word balance sheet? Don't write the word balance sheet in your answer paper ever. Just write financial statement or financial information. This is just because you can relate faster, so I use that word. Okay. Now here is the main part. This is what you need to by heart if asked. Till date, have they asked this question? No, because it's like asking ABCD. It's like asking ABCD to a second standard kid. They'll know it, right? So they expect you to know this so well. Okay. Now, you have to understand one thing, that as an auditor, I told you yesterday also, itne paise mein itna each. If you're giving me this much money, I'm going to do this much work. Now, when I talk about money, you have to throw that out of the box now. We just have to understand where we need to stop. As professionals, we don't want to over-advise, we don't want to underperform. You should know where to draw that line. That is being professional, right? Don't overshare things with your client. Okay, they'll not value it. Have you tried this? Try explaining extra things to somebody. They'll never value you. Be easily available to somebody. They won't value you. Right? So this is how it works. You have to draw a line as an auditor, understand very clearly that I want to obtain an assurance. But which assurance do I want? I want to obtain reasonable assurance. So the objective is to obtain reasonable assurance whether the financial statement as a whole are free from material misstatement. We discussed everything yesterday. For people who missed the class, please watch the recording. This is all discussed. Whether due to fraud or error. Okay. Now, is my job finding frauds? Is it my primary responsibility to find frauds? Yes, no, not available.
No.
Fraud, is it that my job? No, na?
Yes.
Correct? We have that clarity. That clarity has to be there. We're going to discuss about it today. Okay. Now you tell me one more thing. Okay. Fun fact. Do I prepare the financial statement as auditor?
No. No.
Who has to prepare it?
No.
Management.
Management.
Management has ACCA degree.
No.
No.
You think they can know accounts as good as you? You don't feel ashamed. Tell yes, they don't have that much knowledge. They're not sitting for coaching classes 12 hours a day, working, studying. No, na. They just know एक company का accounts कैसे बनाना है. They are working in that company from 15 years. They are preparing accounts of that company. Whereas you are auditing 60 other companies. So you know what is trending, what is new, what is the standard that is launched. Everything you will know, right? So you will have much more idea than them. So like it's like, you know, I told you yesterday how your chota sibling will make mistakes when they're cooking. They will make mistakes. Right? Now, our life becomes difficult. 60 clients, 60 different accounting ways. One person on the other, some clients give a very neat file, you know. Neat file ka kya matlab hai? Perfection. You start doubting your knowledge seeing their file. Sometimes you feel they are more senior to you. I have experienced it. There are some clients, beautiful accounting. You have tears in your eyes. Am I so lucky to audit this client's business? So beautifully maintained. And some other clients, rubbish accounting, the way. Especially if that client has a joint family, gone case. Chacha will give kaka money, mama ji, this, that, this money goes there, that money came here. Nothing is accounted. Money is floating all over in different bank accounts. You're showing loan to this person, loan interest is paid back. So much chaos. You cannot tell your client, bhai, don't do that next time. They will do what they have to do. We should figure a way out. So, are we going to sit and fix everything? No, that's not our job. So, as auditors, we make it very clear to them that if you want to come to me with your accounts and you want me to audit it, you better prepare your financial statement either as per Ind AS if you're in India, or as per IFRS or IAS if you're from UK, or as per US GAAP if you're in US, or any other framework in that respective country, whichever is applicable. Okay? So that there is a clarity. Right? Like I gave a clarity to you. If you've not studied FR, don't sit in a AA class. Simple. I've made a framework. Now, there are so many students who have cleared AA even without studying FR first time. But it's a risk. Why to take it? Right? So, a framework banana. So, you should be fitting in that framework. Same way you tell your client, boss, prepare your financial statement as per Indian accounting standards if you're from India, US GAAP if you're from US, right? You want to use that. If you're from UK, we want you to prepare as per international accounting standards or IFRS depending on your business. Jo bhi hai. Now, like this, you have 180 countries. Will you buy heart like that? India's in India, IFRS there. You can't do that. So we want to use one common word. What will I tell him? Prepare your financial statement as per the financial reporting framework in your country. है ना? 180 countries में you can't go and tell what they need to apply. They should know what they have to apply. Simple. Their job is to do that. But you want to convey it to them. How will you convey it? Boss, prepare the financial statement as per the framework that is applicable in your country. So how do we make it simpler? We say prepare the financial statement as per applicable financial reporting framework. Matlab, any financial reporting framework that is applicable to you in your country, you have to use that only and prepare financial statement. Don't use extra buddhi. Client को बोलो time pass नहीं करना. ठीक है? Because they'll do half Ind AS, half IFRS and they'll come to you and they'll say बड़ा मजा आया. मुझे नहीं आ रहा मजा. I want uniformity in my accounting. I can't do this. I'm an accountant. I'm an auditor now. I have respect my time. So what do we say? We cannot keep telling names of accounting standard to that person. We say prepare your financial statement as per AFRF. You prepare your prepare your financial statement as per AFRF. What is AFRF? Applicable Financial Reporting Framework. I am no more going to use the entire word. I'll always say AFRF anymore. You should understand what AFRF means. If you go to Study Hub, there are like 3-4 slides just for AFRF, not needed. Itna sab padna. Just know whichever framework is applicable to that particular client in that country, that. Okay. Once upon a time, we used to prepare horizontal balance sheet, pata? Like this. Then this vertical started. That time this framework was applicable. Now this framework is applicable. Same way, applicable financial reporting framework for that country. So there are two things you're expecting from client right now. First thing, as an auditor, your objective is to make sure that you obtain reasonable assurance whether financial statement as a whole are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error. For which again, you expect that the financial statement should be prepared in all material respect as per AFRF. Clear? Applicable Financial Reporting Framework. There are going to be words like ABCD, ACPD, all of that later, which I'll teach. Pehle AFRF you digest. Okay? This way you will not forget any word when you're writing in your answer. Okay? The second work, that is your objective. This is the first objective of your existence. The second objective is, of course, prepare the audit report. How can you ask fees to somebody when you have not given the report? So the auditor's report on the financial statement is a primary deliverable in any audit assignment. Unless I've not submitted my report, I can't tell my audit is complete. Report though, audit is done. Then they will send you a fees. The audit findings. What is audit finding? Whatever conclusion you have gathered, maybe the file is pathetic. Okay, or the file which is given to you, the financial statement that's given to you is excellent. Whatever is it, give an honest opinion on that. Okay, you conclude the audit. You have to communicate it in which will you take a loudspeaker on the road and tell must file, must nahi. You will put it all in the audit report. So you will communicate via your auditor's report to whom? To the management and shareholders of the company. And whenever you're preparing the report, you're going to follow all the international standards on auditing. An auditor can never conduct an audit without ISAs. I told you yesterday, international standards on auditing. When you're preparing financial statement, you're doing it as per AFRF. Same way when you're auditing, you will use ISAs. Simple. Okay? It's that basic. Guys, so far any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No. It's simple. Keep it that way. Okay, whatever you need to add, I will tell you in a bit.
Ma'am, I asked a question in chat box.
I'll answer that later. This can wait. I saw it, okay? That can wait during break, we'll talk. Let's not disturb the flow. Now, type of audit. There are two types of audit. One that is forcibly done. One that is voluntarily done. Some children are pushed in swimming pool. Some children want to learn swimming, but you have to jump. It's simple. Same way, there are few companies who do not want to get audit done, but they have to get it done because law wants them to get it done. Some companies want to actually check if things are fine or not in their company, so they go and get it done. Again, two kinds of human beings, no? You will see your father, he doesn't want to go to the doctor, or your mother in the family, he'll never want to go to doctor. Ayurveda Zindabad. है ना? At home only we'll do all the things. I'll not go to doctor. Sometimes you have to push them to go. Some people are so over enthusiastic, they'll simply go and get a medical checkup done. Kuch nahi hai to bhi. Because they want to be very assured that their body is working fine. So there are two types of audit similarly. One, which the law wants you to do. Another, which you yourself feel like you want to do, so you're getting it done. Okay? Clear? Understand now. Audit requires under law or regulation. An audit, this is called compulsory audit. Don't write it. Don't write it. Just understand the meaning right now. Don't write. Compulsory audit, matlab an audit that has to be done. In India, see, sometimes when your revenue is crossing 2 crores, no, you have to go to a CA and get it signed. In UK also, there are rules. Okay? It's there. It's all there in your law, global law, English. They are not going to question you when does audit become applicable. They have tested it in law. They will never ask you here. Okay. So understand that if you hit a certain criteria of revenue, that is sales, or you have some kind of expenses you are trying to, bring extra expenses in your company, or you're not disclosing your profits, automatically audit becomes applicable to you and you have to get it done. Corporate law, in your law global and allied regulations, mandate a company to submit their audited financial information to regulators and stakeholders on timely basis. Who are these regulators? Tax regulators. Stakeholders are everybody who put it in public domain. Hence, because this audit is done with force, mandatory hai, right? It is coming from law. Right? The audit prescribed under any law or regulation for the time being in force is called statutory audit. If you have heard this word, you should know. You would have heard somebody flaunting and telling, I have a stat audit going on. Stat audit bolte. Statutory bhi nahi bolte. Right? The actual meaning is statutory. So statutory is what? A law that law. Because of law, this client has to get audit done and you're doing it. Don't complex it. That's it. These audits require an auditor to perform an independent examination of financial statement of the company and to certify whether these financial statements are true and fair. Simple. Same thing, whatever I taught you, you have to do that only. But you just need to know that this type is something that is compulsorily made applicable to that company and they have to get it done. Okay. Now I'll ask you one more question. Now listen to me carefully. I will not understand the next concept. This is a company. Company is Infosys. Okay. Now, this Infosys has an auditor also in the company, just like that they wanted an auditor to be there. And there is another auditor who is not working in that company. They need ACCA, CAs everywhere now. Inside the company also, you need them to guide and everything. Okay. So you have somebody within the company, you have somebody from outside the company. And you want to get an audit done. Okay. Now think you are not the company, you're the government. You're government, okay? You're running a country. Will you ask Infosys to get an audit done from somebody who is within the company who has an ACCA affiliate degree? Or as a government, will you tell somebody, find someone external outsider to come check your accounts, come here, check the accounts and then put his signature? Which one is more
External.
preferable as government for you?
External.
Independent.
External.
External. बोल तो देती हूँ exam. Why but?
Independent.
Okay, maybe independent. Okay, then
Objectivity.
objectivity.
Unbiased
Wow,
opinion.
okay.
Bias and objectivity.
See, if this guy is an employee of my company, I will blackmail him to put signatures. Isn't it that simple? I'll force him into get it done, yeah? I am paying you. How dare you write anything nonsense in the audit report? I'll tell that person that. I'll intimidate that person. Then
You're
will
even
government sitting in one Delhi get to know that something like this is happening here? Or there is fraud going on in the company? No. They'll not get to know. So as a government, think from their angle. If I'm making some audit applicable compulsory to a company, the last thing I would do is ask their own auditors within the company to sign it. That's the last thing I want. I'd rather want somebody who's not attached with this organization, who's an outsider, who is external to this company, to come here, stay here for 10-15 days, check all the files, check the balance sheet financial information and put his signature. An independent examination entails the examiner to be independent of the entity. So you are right when you use the word independent. To not be influenced either financially or operationally. Matlab, see, if this person is working here, of course he's drawing salary from them. Of course he's running his house because of that person. So why will he write anything wrong in the audit report? He will write, in fact, entire audit report the way Narayan Murthy wants him to write. Simple and a logic, like I told you, common sense. Statutory audit essentially requires the auditor to be person from outside the organization or external to it. Hence, these audits are called external audit. Got the idea? And whatever chapters you're going to learn from Meena, except chapter 8 and chapter 9, all what we're going to study is going to be studied from external auditor point of view. That you're not part of that company, you're going there for 15 days, getting the audit and coming back. Okay? Only chapter 8 and chapter 9, systems and control, internal audit. That is something to do with internal auditors. We'll look at it later, not now. Okay? Clear? Now, my question to you is, now this guy comes now. He'll charge easily 2 lakhs, 4 lakhs. Infosys is to aram se 60, 70 lakh ka hoga billing. Okay. Now imagine the scenario where Infosys is not eligible to get a statutory audit done. Matlab, they don't have to get it done as per law. They want to get the audit done because they want to feel good about their company. They want to make sure that things are working fine. Financial information is true and fair. Unke satisfaction ke for themselves. Will they want to appoint somebody who is an outsider, or will they want to know from insider, check everything here?
Insider.
Inside.
Why insider then? Why
Because
inside?
it is for their satisfaction.
For their side. Will they tell him, no, don't write anything in the audit report? Obviously, they'll tell, I want all the wrong things that is happening in the company, right? So that I get to know why. Because I'm getting this audit done to check what is happening within my company, no? I want the true view of my company. I want to know what's happening. So right, I'll not stop you. And this report won't go out in public. It stays with me. Because I want to check, no? Because it's a voluntarily performed audit. I want to get it done for my satisfaction. It's not for public. So definitely, will I blackmail this guy? Okay, ऐसे लिखना है, वैसे लिखना. No, I will tell him, do the way you want. As long as you're giving me a correct report, I want to check what's happening within my company. Where is the money going? Is there any fraud happening? So the second type of audit, guys, is called internal audit. Forget this part. I'll get back to it in 2 minutes. Understand voluntarily performed audit. Audited financial statements and findings serve as a key input for managerial decision making. Sometimes Narayan Murthy wants to know about his own company where he wants to make some decision. He can't make a decision about anything unless the figures are finalized in the balance sheet and they have been checked. So for his satisfaction, he's getting an audit done. Right? So what will he say? He'll appoint an internal auditor and tell, boss, check everything microscopically. I want to know what's happening because I'm sitting in AC room on 14th floor. I want to know what's happening in the first floor. So you have to check everything and let me know. So the management of the company may choose to actually analyze some areas like revenue, sales, manufacturing, cost control, salary, etc. And the purpose of this kind of audit is purely for internal decision making. See, one is asking the ACCA body to correct your paper so that you get a validation that you passed. One is asking your teacher to correct your mock answer. Why are you getting that done? For internal audit purpose. I want to check where I am going wrong, ma'am, so you correct my paper. Just because I correct the paper, does it mean you'll pass in your final performance? No, you have to perform there. So that is for validation you're doing. Right? Yeah, I told you, if I had to correct your paper, I will give you 100 out of 100 if I know you'll clear your double A. Best faculty in India, awarded. मैं correct कर दूंगी ना. So please understand the difference. Why is internal audit working here? The purpose of this kind of audit is purely for internal decision making. You want to know your performance. You're getting an audit done for yourself to see what has gone wrong. How can I improve? Right? Same way company wants to know where they can improve. Bonus reward mechanism. They want to know which employee is actually working really hard. We have to acknowledge them. Else they will leave the company and go. These voluntary audits do not require certificates, signature, कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Got it? Like I told you, external audit is mandatory. You need sign. For this one, there is no compulsion of signature. Matlab, there is no that much value the way external audit has value. Right? See, me giving you mock answer ka marks and that ACCA body giving you difference to hoga. I'm not telling you with my correction. I'm telling you your perspective. You will have a difference. Right? So you have to understand these voluntary audits will not need any attestation. Hence, they are called internal audit or non-attest audit. What is the meaning of attest? Sign. If you understand one thing, whenever you give your Aadhaar card for any purpose, Aadhaar card ka photocopy. If you go to bank, they'll tell put your signature on the Aadhaar card ka photocopy. Why do they ask you to put signature? They're asking you to attest it. I've seen so many students, they go to bank and I'm there. Because I have been auditing for bank and everything, so I know. I see a lot of college people coming. And then the bank officer says, attest this. Huh? That's the reaction. Attest ka kya matlab hai? Sign karo. That's all. So you're supposed to sign it. Right? So we need to understand signature ka value hai. There's a value for that signature. Whereas in internal audit, you're doing it for your own benefit. So signature, you put a signature, you don't put a signature, it doesn't matter. This is not going to other stakeholders, it's going for us. The core focus is to check the governance hai, risk, compliance of the company. I want to check how my company is governed. I want to know if my business is risky. I want to know if I'm complying with all rules and regulations. So I'm getting an audit done. Simple. Now, when I talk about audit now, guys, when I'm telling you to get a compulsory audit done, where is this compulsion coming from? Either it is coming from your corporate law, or it is coming from your UK tax ka subject, or it is coming from stock exchange regulation. Somebody like a SEBI or an RBI, they are mandating a audit for you. No need of by hearting this at all. Whatever I taught you here, guys, it's not going to be questioned as a theory paper. You don't have to write it in your 70 marks. You just need to understand the difference for MCQ. Okay? Interesting question, ma'am. So does it mean that anybody with the knowledge of audit can do internal audit? Honestly, in the last few years, BCom graduates also were eligible to do internal audits. Because you know what? You need just experience for internal audit. Signature to nahi hai. So you just need experience. Very recently, they came with the rule that you should be qualified, you should be professional, you should have a degree to do internal audit. So if you're thinking in that sense, you're thinking in the right direction, that once upon a time, there was no such rule. Anybody could do an internal audit. For external audit, you need science, so you need that professional. Now, rules are changing, okay? Now you need the degree to do internal audit also. Okay? What is the advantage of audit? Here, I don't want you to by heart anything. I just want you to remember a few keywords in case question comes, you should be okay to understand. Okay? What is the advantage of audit? Now, I don't want you to read this. Tell me, so far with whatever guys you've understood about audit, you tell me what is an advantage of getting an audit done. You tell me with your common sense. How does it help? Don't see anything from
Clarity
the
of-
tell me. Tell me.
Assurance to investors.
Assurance to investors.
Assurance to investors.
Finding frauds and
Assurance for all stakeholders. that
Assurance to
information
investors,
is
then?
true and fair.
Can't hear you.
Decision making.
Then?
Decision making.
Can't hear. Be louder, guys.
Assurance to investors that all the information provided is true and fair.
True hai, fair hai, okay. Okay. What else, guys? Come on.
Transparency.
Okay. Transparent hai, true hai, fair hai. Okay, cool.
Self-improvement.
Self-improvement. Okay. Self-improvement. Then.
Free from misstatements.
Free from misstatement. Okay. Free from misstatement. Okay. Then. Okay, I'm seeing something on the chat box. As per the law. Okay. As per the law. It's all going as per the law. Okay. What else? Think about it.
Reputation.
For your reputation. Okay, fine. Tell me then, what else? Why would you get an audit done? You all know how to pay income tax, huh? Everybody knows in my class?
Yes, yes.
Everybody knows?
From UK tax or
ऐसे नहीं जाके पे करना है साइट पे.
oh that no only the big
You have to go to an ACC only, no, for that. Right? You have to get an affiliate degree, get your PR done, then you will be eligible, right? So why do we go to an ACC affiliate for? To understand tax settlements also. I can't sit as a businessman, no. Because I don't know how taxation works. I don't know how it works. I want an ACC affiliate there to guide me and tell boss, you need to pay so much to the government. Right? So you need an audit done. Simply you cannot get otherwise. Audit helps you to get the tax clarity. Correct? What else? It'll be more like an internal check I'm performing on myself, like you said. But internal check for what? What can happen in a company if audit is not done?
To check
Fraud.
Frauds can happen. Okay.
Company can bankrupt.
Company
Moral
can become
mistakes.
bankrupt. Yes, correct. होता है ना. चलो. Whatever you told, no, you told in your common sense. We just have to make your words a little polished here. So we are learning communication more than audit right now. Okay. See, understand. You told me, ma'am, it has to be free from material misstatement. What are you trying to do indirectly or trying to safeguard every stakeholder? You know, you only told me these points. You are trying to indirectly safeguard all the stakeholders. Just imagine you have invested, you're a student, you have invested, say, 10,000 rupees in a company. That 10,000 rupees is chiller for them. For you, it is your life saving now. Tomorrow, you get to know that company has done some fraud and all the money is gone. How will you feel? You will feel like I had minority shares in that company, so my interest is not protected at all. I feel deceived. I feel bad. That's what happened in the case of Harshad Mehta. People suicided, jumping from the building. Because if there was a proper audit that was conducted, you could protect the interest of the minority as well. And automatically the minority also would be satisfied. You told me, I want to get, ma'am, I want to make sure fraud is not there, self-improvement hoga. Just understand one thing, guys. When you talk about self-improvement also, I'll tell you, there are two kinds of shops. One shop mein there is a CCTV camera, another shop mein there is no CCTV camera. What will happen? What will happen?
High chance of fraud happening.
High chance of fraud. Even when there is CCTV camera, there's going to be there can be a chance of fraud. I'm not saying it is not there. Chance to hai. But whole time that person who's doing the fraud will have back of a head, CCTV hai, CCTV hai, CCTV hai. Same way, even employees whole time back of their head, auditors will come and check, auditors will come and check. We can't do this fraud, we can't do this fraud. This is all running back of their head. Audit promotes the culture of transparency and accountability in every organization, and it acts as a moral check on employees and management. Because back of their head, auditor will ask. Auditor will ask. When they come, they'll ask. We'll not have answers. We can't do this fraud. So it is good, no? Audited figures of income and expense prove very important and crucial when it comes to paying the tax to the government. What is exchequer? Government, the person who's getting that money towards the end. Okay? Example, I'm paying you salary, boss. Okay? I paid you salary. So I paid you 1 lakh rupees. Can I pay you entire 1 lakh rupees? Am I allowed to give you 1 lakh rupees, or should I deduct some amount of tax and then pay you? There's something called TDS, if you know, roughly. I need to deduct from some tax and pay you, right? Now, if I've deducted the tax, can I take it home? Where should I put that money? Whom should I give it on your behalf? To
The government.
the government. So the auditor will keep an eye on that also, whether company has deducted tax, and after deducting, whether they have deposited within time. Auditor dekhega. So any tax that has been deducted should be timely deposited within the deadline. And companies do it within the deadline. You know why? Because we keep a check. This compliance too is naturally carried out owing to audit. Because of audit, they'll end up paying. If my clients don't pay, I don't allow that expense only. If they tell me, ma'am, I paid salary, but मैंने TDS deduct नहीं किया, okay, we can't allow salary in the P&L. It's as good as you didn't give salary. Suddenly they'll deposit money to the government. So you do that way, you get the work done for the government. Okay? If an audit is done, my next question to you is, there's an advertisement expenditure of 1 crore that a company incurred. Okay? Actual budget में लिखा था, in actual budget it was saying that you can incur only 50 lakh rupees. The budget said that advertisement expenses can be only up to 50 lakh. But in reality, the company's employees have spent 1 crore towards advertisement. And they are least bothered. If an auditor walks in, what is he going to do? Tell me. What is he going to do if auditor walks in?
His question as to why they used so much money.
Exactly. He's going to
Report.
ask you, where did this extra 50 lakh go and how come? So all these costs also which are getting exceeded, no, there's a control that happens. If your mom is giving you 100 rupees, 200, 300, jo bhi hai, you are accountable to her in the end of the day because she's going to ask you, boss, where did it go? So she controls your cost that way. You can't simply go spending outside. You will know that you will be questioned, right? Suppose there is a sales that has happened for 2 crore. Chances are that employee will write only 1.9 crore. If an auditor is not there. But if an auditor is there, he will write exactly 2 crore because auditor will catch hold. So this revenue was supposed to be 2 crore. But how much did he book? 1.9 crore. So can I say at least 10 lakh ka revenue has been leaked from the system? It's leaked out. If auditor is there, this revenue leakage will not happen. Audit helps in checking internal revenue leakages and expenditure control. This also won't happen. This also won't happen to the maximum extent. Because we keep a check on everything. We check budget ka control. As per our controls, 50 lakh was supposed to be spent. Why did 1 crore go? We examine the internal control. We check if things are working properly or not. This sentence ka this part is entire chapter 8. Okay? You will understand when you reach chapter 8. Meanwhile, you will learn more. Okay? So this last part you will not understand till you do chapter 8. Audit brings a increased degree of transparency. You told me, ma'am, we want to make sure assurance is given to investors. It's true and fair. What are you trying to tell me? You're telling the word transparent, ma'am. We want to make sure that audit will bring that transparency. Quality also will get increase of accounting department in the enterprise. And finally, if you have a good reputation in the market, bank also will give you loan. Go ask loan to bank. Try. First thing they'll tell you is go back, get an auditor, ask them to check your balance sheet, put signature, then come to the bank, then we'll give you loan. You want loan? You need auditor signature, boss. That's it. So audited financial statements are naturally trusted and considered reliant, hence supporting in raising loans and increasing the overall confidence that society has. Now, what do you need to do? Have they ever questioned this advantage till date? Not really. MCQ aa sakta if they want to ask. So I would tell you smart way. Just pick 4 keywords which excites you the most and write it if it comes. Okay, what are those keywords? You have it here. Build a sentence around this, you'll get your marks in case they question. Okay, don't go beyond this, not needed. That's it. Increase transparency. Write a point around this. Write a point. You don't know this right now. When you do chapter 8, you will get to know exactly this, you know. Okay. See 2-3 sentences again, upper. When you start reading, you'll get it. How to frame that sentence. Again, they haven't asked it till date in 70 marker. I know they will not even ask, but you never know, right? Never say never. Okay. This is clear. Next, I'm going to go to something called inherent limitation of audit. Till then, you take 5 minutes break. I'll give you another break in a while. Don't worry. But this 5 minutes break is important because this is, you have to use your brain here. Your brain will get exhausted otherwise. Okay? So take that 5-minute breather. Don't touch your phone. If you want, talk to somebody for 5 minutes in your family. Come back. People who have doubts, ask me. Whatever doubts, you put it on chat box. Copy paste it again and send. I will read.
Can you show the last slide? Last page.
Whoever has doubt, please ask. Anubha, did you attend yesterday's session?
No, ma'am, I got to know that lecture has started, so I was at it today only.
Acha, because this question which you are looking for
Hmm.
is been answered already in yesterday's session. So please watch the recording because there's a 1 hour explanation we have learned on that.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, one more question was there. Like, if the internal audits are not tested by the auditors, it's not necessary. Then when they will go for loan on everything, then how they will prove that their accounts are like free from the
You get an
material
external audit
misstatement?
done for loans.
Even without the compulsion by law.
Yeah, but we need an external auditor only to sign.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
If I'm an external auditor, how can I trust that the independent auditor is actually independent? Okay, you will learn chapter 4 na Renuka, that time you will know. Okay, wait for chapter 4A. You have your answers there. From Zell LMS Prashant.
Remember, there is no any PDF.
See, do one thing. Take a screenshot of how your Zell LMS looks like. Send it to me. I'll forward it to team so that all the access is given to you in case you're not received any access.
Got it, ma'am.
Ma'am, even I have not received any access in LMS portal till now.
One second. Ramya, ask me that question later because I have not understood your question only. So stay back, we'll talk. For everyone who has not received the LMS access as well, maybe we'll discuss it at 8:45. Okay? Yeah. At once only, maybe I'll take your names down and we will help you out. Okay? Perfect. Okay, guys. I think 5 minutes is over. Please switch on your cameras. We have to complete this part. Now, this is very, very, very important. Very important. Okay. And this is again coming from your ISA. So the language has to be as it is. You don't want to mess in the language, but understanding the concept is more important than by hearting here. Okay? Please understand. Relevance kya hai? Understand the concept because later they will start using these sentences. Okay? Now, my question here to you is, why can we not always give 100% assurance? Think and tell me, why is it not possible to give 100% assurance?
Because we can't check all the transactions.
Can't check all the transaction. Okay. Why can't we check all the transaction?
Because the computer will undergo millions of transactions in a single day, and checking all of them would be a waste of time and also impossible to do.
Time. It's
Cost.
costly.
Cost.
Huh. Then what else? Yes, yes. Don't raise your hand. Mass answers in my class. Come on.
A lot of companies we have to audit.
Huh?
Ma'am,
I don't have the time. That's why. Huh. Tell me.
Ma'am, cost benefit analysis, like certain transactions are not that much benefited.
Okay, we talk about it in a bit. Good. Then we'll talk about
Length and vast.
Why? It's vast.
Vast in length of the balance sheet.
It's vast. Okay, this lengthy. Okay, it's all there. You can't cover it up. Okay.
Even in auditing, human error can occur still.
Human error. Very nicely said. Human error ho sakta hai, ma'am. No matter what we do, some human error will be there, so we can't give that 100%. That's correct.
Miscellaneous transactions, बहुत सारे हैं उसमें.
Miscellaneous transactions. And when I
Historical focus.
what is it?
Historical focus.
Clerical purpose.
Historical web.
No, I didn't get it. I'm sorry. This is the new Gen Z word I need to learn. No. Okay, I
Ma'am,
didn't
we
understand. Maybe you
consider
put it on the
only
chat
the-
box. Khushbu, bolo. Fast.
Why means miscellaneous transaction, numerous miscellaneous transactions.
Numerous miscellaneous transactions. We cannot check every miscellaneous transaction. We will only check the transactions that are
material.
material or something that has high risk.
High
Okay,
value
no?
transaction.
Risk is something we keep in mind. No, we discussed everything
High
yesterday.
value transactions.
Huh?
High value transactions also.
High value transaction, risk, high value transaction. So basically material driven hota hai. It is materiality. Also, we learned everything roughly yesterday. Here. So because of these many reasons, it's not possible to give 100% assurance. Now I put you in a situation, okay? Listen to me very carefully. Okay? Apparently, your client is claiming that the sales which he has done is rupees 10 lakhs. It is rupees 10 lakhs. Okay? And he has given you, he's saying to Mr. A, B, C, D, and E throughout the year, assume, he has done a sale of 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 lakh, and 2 lakh. Okay? 2 lakh. Situation 1. He is giving you the bill also to prove that he has sales bill, that he has given it. But this E ka bill is missing. Okay? Now, what do you do in such situation? My question. What is the ambiguity coming in your mind now? वो क्या करोगे? Will you allow this 10 lakh as it is?
No.
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 But genuinely, if the sale has happened,
Hmm.
and you're making, yeah, see, sometimes what clients will feel, why can't you trust us if you're telling 2 lakhs? Because we are only paying you, no. Audit fees, so we are only giving you. Why are you going against us every time? Can't you believe us? Can't you trust us? All this happens. See, it's normal, right? It's a relationship. Things
We
go
are
wrong.
guided by rules and regulations.
Guided by rules, no.
Not allowed.
You have to offer flexibility also to that client, no, sometimes.
Duplicate bill.
Duplicate bill also is not a necessary thing, proof, sometimes. It can be fake. Okay, now what's happening is, your pakka sure 8 lakh sales has happened. We have proof. But you're okay to persuade yourself and tell that boss, maybe 10 lakh ka bill has happened. But are you able to conclude it that it is 10 lakh only? This is the situation clients put you in. That's why they say, this is like an evidence to you. These bills are like evidence, so that yeah, sales has happened. Please understand, most of the times, audit evidence persuades you, makes you believe that 10 lakh ka sale hua hai, 10 lakh ka sale has happened. But they don't let you conclude it because of all these things. This happens in reality many a times. So it is persuading you towards the goal of 10 lakh, but it is not letting you conclude that it is 10 lakh. And you are stuck. You are not able to tell it is 8 lakh because genuinely a 2 lakh sales could have happened. You're not even able to tell 10 lakh because you're not confident because that bill is not there. It's like a dilemma. You're put in a situation. Situationship, new word I learned from Gen Zs. Right? Similarly, gray area, no white, no black. Confused.com. Right? So clients will put you in this type of trouble if this happens. What happens is this audit evidence persuades you, tells you that maybe it is to 10 lakh, but it is not letting you conclude. Another example. Same situation. A, B, C, D. Okay, now I'm changing the color. He's given you all the bills. He's given you all the bills. Now you're happy? You're able to conclude it is 10 lakh. But he's not given you original proof. He's given you some duplicate proofs. Some random bills. Handwritten, scratched, cancelled is written in the other side somewhere in the corner. They'll argue and tell you, listen, we gave you all the 5 bills now. 10 lakh, ho gaya, proof, done. Now what do you do? What do you do? Will you allow 10 lakh as it is? Are you able to conclude?
No.
I'm able to persuade somewhere, but I'm not able to conclude. Because of this thing, na guys. 100% assurance we can't give every time. Got it? Suppose he'll give you original bills of A, B, C, but duplicate for D and E. Tabhi we are in the same gray situation. We are not able to conclude. Because of this also, you can't give 100% assurance. And sometimes you also say, no, ma'am, this 2 lakh might not be very material. Leave it, no. That is also another way of looking at it. To your understanding, just this is basic common sense. If somebody puts you in a situation, you'll go through this. First day of my articleship, my boss sent me to a very famous bank for IT audit. Okay, information technology ka audit karna hai, main computer mein fail, and I should do audit. Imagine. But what then I realized, I 1-2 hours I was blank because there's a director standing in front of me, he's calling me ma'am. Deep down, I'm zero. I have nothing to tell. I don't know what to speak. And he just put me in that situation and I didn't know what to say. And then I realized that when you can't act smart, at least don't act dumb. Fake it till you make it. All that came in. Right? So I started smiling. Then they started giving me information. What I did is to call that information. Later, I will see what I can do with that. First, take the information, whatever can. So please understand, audit is common sense. If you put in a situation, you'll figure a way out. So this is how it works in audit. In real life, they will put you in that kind of situation. Why? Because chances are the management doesn't want you to know. They'll resist. They don't want you to give proof. Because maybe they have done that 2 lakh of fraud. Who knows? They're hiding it. Because of that also, you can't give 100% assurance. Yeah? Guarantee nahi le sakte. Right? So first, let's go now step by step. You're getting the point now. See, what am I trying to prove over here? Audit has its own limitation. Conditions apply. Why? Because we can't give 100% assurance due to certain aspects. See, most of the audit evidence which we get, helps us draw conclusion basis on our professional opinion. It is persuasive in nature rather than being conclusive. We can't conclude. We can only persuade towards it. Haan, hoga. Maybe it is up to 10 lakh. We're only able to persuade. We can't conclude. This simply means that evidence is never assertive. Rather, it requires the auditor to apply the professional judgment on the matters. So what will I do? If you don't have bill, okay, show me GST returns. You don't have GST return, show me the bank statement. I'll check if the money has come. Okay. If not that, I'll talk to your person whom you sold, your customer whom you sold it. I'll ask them whether they actually purchased from you or not. See how I'm doing? I'm applying my judgment. How can I do? Whatever I can, I'll try my best to check. Sometimes you can't check. Right? Somebody sitting in Pakistan, I can't check. I can't tell I'll fly to Pakistan and talk and come. I want to come alive, no? I'm scared for my life. It is normal. It's written in our standards. Safety of auditor is important. You don't put them in a situation where you're in a country where there could be war anytime. There is earthquake happening. You can't go there. We are not reporters. Please understand, the unconclusive nature of audit evidence is foremost inherent limitation of audit. Because audit evidence sometimes are so vague, we are limiting ourselves and we can't give them that 100% clarity. Right? So please understand, one major reason because of which you are having trouble in giving that 100% assurance is that human error, which you told, no? You just have to classy your language here. Make it the nature of financial reporting. Who is preparing at the end of the day? Management, financial statement. Do you think they will do it exactly the way it has to be done? No. Chalo, I'll ask you a question. I have a phone. Okay. I have a phone, Google Pixel. How many years do you think I can use it?
2, 3.
2, 3
7 or 8.
years. Okay. Then who else? Give the bidding here. Keep bidding. Some says 2, 3 years. Some
Depends on your salary.
depends on my salary. No.
7 or 8.
I'm a good Jew. I'm very conjuice. Tell me.
5 years.
4 to
5 to
5.
6 years.
5 to 6 years, depending on the usage. Don't know, ma'am. Depends. Hai na? So some people will say useful life can be 5 years. Some will say 10 years. Some will say 1 year. It depends, right? So who is right over here? We also don't know. Management also will put depreciation of useful life. Some managers you meet across, they say, ma'am, this product, this machinery, 100 years it will stay. 100 years depreciation lagayenge. What nonsense. You can't tackle them that time, yeah? Because the way they look at accounts and the way you look at accounts is different. The way AFRF has to be applied and the way AFRF is actually applied, there is a gap. No matter how much audit you do, you'll bring the gap till here. You can't close it. Because preparation of the financial statement is done by them. Preparing of the financial statement is driven by the management judgment. They will decide provision for warranty, provision for guarantee. They know their business the best. Sometimes useful life of asset, they will only decide. Right? Because they are the primary makers and shapers of financial reporting. It depends on their judgment also many times. Because of them doing something wrong, automatically we can't give 100% assurance. Management judgment forms the basis of how AFRF is adopted in preparing the financial statement. Because they have not studied accounts the way you did. Because of them making mistake, you will also go wrong. Facts, circumstances, events, transactions are reported and viewed from management's point of view, POV. Management के lens से. They are understanding, उनका बुद्धि इतना ही है. They have not learned all subjects like you did, na? You will know law, you will know audit, you will know FR. You can do all that. They can't. So gap will generally arise between how the management is interpreting that particular accounting framework and how the framework has to be applied in true substance. There's going to be a gap in what you were supposed to do and what you have done. Right? Because of this gap, we can't give 100% clarity. So what are those areas where management estimate is required? Useful life of the asset, like you said 2 years, some said 10 years, we don't know. Sometimes you have to ask provision for bad, doubtful debt. They decide, yeah. We can't tell them in their business how it be. We'll see the industry rates. We'll see if their rates are close to industry rates and we'll allow. Warranty guarantee. If I go to Philips showroom, I have an idea that their goods returned will be only so much. Warranty guarantee ka itna aega paisa. I have an idea as per industry rate. I can't tell them exact rate. No? Because of that, I also can't give 100% assurance. Neither can they prepare financial reporting as per AFRF properly. So understand, because of this also we can't give a 100% assurance. The second reason we cannot give 100% assurance, there is an inherent limitation to our audit, is because management wants to trouble us most of the times. Right? Management wants to trouble. There is a resistance we face from the management, wherein the management and others do not provide complete information, either intentionally or unintentionally. Now it's their choice. Right? Purposely. You should know where to draw a line with clients. Many a times when you go to, suppose I'm in Bangalore right now and I'm going to Chennai. Okay, there's a client over there. Client will say, let's go out for breakfast, sir. Then you start your audit. And when they start talking in the breakfast, you get to know this person is a fraud. Okay, now we've already accepted the audit. You can't do much. You will have to deal with that person. That person will cook stories of grandmother, grandfather. This person died in the family, so I couldn't get this bill for you. Sorry. What do you do there? Can you write this to the government and tell mere saath aise hua? I can't. Purposely, they will resist. Right? Their behavior towards you is that they will resist to give you some proof. Maybe they are doing it intentionally. Maybe they are doing it unintentionally. We get affected, yeah. That's why we cannot give a full assurance, right? That's why there's a limitation to our audit. Sometimes frauds are planned so meticulously, beautifully, that no matter how much audit you conduct, you can't unearth that fraud. It is in deep-rooted, earthed. A plant goes deep-rooted, no? It is earthed. Very difficult to remove a tree from the root, right? Same way, the fraud is done so beautifully and it's concealed in such a way that you don't even know that there is a fraud that has happened. And not just you. Anybody in your place who performs audit also will not be able to figure it out. Matlab, itna badiya fraud hai. That's what happened in the case of Satyam. Couldn't figure out, no matter what you do. PNB, Nirav Modi case, very interesting case. Right? Vijay Mallya also. Banks, 4-5 banks have given loan, but nobody could figure out that he's doing this. Because so beautifully he had planned it. Right? So there is a sophisticated, what is so, when I say beautiful, it is sophisticatedly planned, such a way that it looks very high class. But suddenly you know that, oh my God, there's so much of fraud behind that. So there is a sophisticated attempt to concealing that fraud. What is concealing? Hiding that fraud. Companies attempting to camouflage the existing malpractice or fraud may have a well-devised web of concealing the relevant financial information, wherein the auditor would be unable to unearth the misdoing. And why are we not able to figure out everything? Because sometimes we don't have time. Sometimes it's not a part of our scope. Sometimes we are lacking few resources also. We are also human beings, no? Okay. So because of that also, we can't give a 100% guarantee. And that's why there's a limitation, inherent limitation to audit. Use the word inherent limitation. Right? There are few people who like traveling. You tell them, tomorrow we are going for a trek. They'll be ready. There are other kind of people whom you tell that we are going tomorrow, they'll say, no, I'm not coming anywhere. I need it planned. I need it this way only. Inherently, some people like taking risks. Inherently, some people don't like taking risk. It's there within them. Same way, audit may be inherently, there is some risk. When you conduct an audit, inherently, there are few limitations and they are this. Okay. So never say, I can't give a 100% guarantee because of so and so. No. Inherent limitation to audit is there, because of which we cannot give 100% clarity. We cannot give 100% assurance because audit inherently has some conditions, limitations of its own. The third one is scope limitation. Please understand, my job is to sit and see if financial statement is true and fair. Is it my job to come and be a CID in your house for your work, for your client business? No, my job is not that. Had my job been that, the first day only I would have told you that you play special chabbis with your client. Raid movie देखा? Special shall be solved. Come with a department notice. कि हाँ, we are seizing everything now. We'll check. If you get that power, you can do that 100% checking. Yes or no? If I give you that power that you can go to your client's place, shut down their business for 30 days, lock them inside a room, disconnect their phone lines and check, then can you do 100% checking? Yes, you can. But do auditors do this? No, we're not mad to do that, right? So we have to understand that my scope is also limited because the power given to me is also limited by law. I can't tell my client to shut down, right? So audit is a process to oversee if the financial statements are true and fair for the enterprise. It is not an official investigation into some misdoing. My job is not that, to come and check what is wrong every time. I'm just going to see if financial statements are true and fair. In case I happen to see the fairness and I realize that there is something fishy, there is something wrong here, I can see it on the face of it that something is wrong. Will I, like a cat, close my eyes? Nahi hai, nahi hai, kuch nahi hai. No. Then I will get that fraud out. Please understand there's a difference, right? You go to a doctor for throat infection. While they're checking your throat, they get to see there is a skin disease happening, which you can't see. It's in the back of your neck, you can't see. Will the doctor say, kuch nahi hai, chalo jao? They'll say, na, there are some kind of spots behind also, you want to check with the skin doctor. Bolte hai na? The same way, if I see some fraud on the face of it, then I will convert my audit into investigation. That is my choice. Okay. But my whole point of life is not to sit and search frauds. So if you're an auditor, while you're conducting audit, if you can see that there are frauds happening, right, you have to detect them and make sure that you report them. But the purpose you are entering to your client's place is not to find fraud. That is not your main purpose. Mila to theek hai, you will have to tell it. Okay. Now, there are one more question that students generally ask. Now, there are two things, okay? Even see, this is a very subjective case. I'll answer all your questions in a bit. Understand this, you will not understand anything else otherwise. Listen to me. I did an audit. I conducted an audit in 3 days. And I came out. Sign, paise liya, to call the money, came out. Had I conducted audit properly for 10 days, I could find that fraud very easily, which was there. Now, you tell me whose fault is it? Auditor's fault or not? Think and tell.
Auditors,
Auditor's fault.
What makes you think it's auditor's fault?
he didn't do its job properly.
Exactly.
इतने पैसे में इतना ही मिलेगा.
No, but we can't say that is the point. There are CAs who have gone to the court and said, "Mere paas to, I had only 5 days, na? So I could do only so much." They said, then give you a license. We don't have enough days for you. Listen, nobody is forcing you down the throat to tell you have to do audit in 3 days. You chose to do that. Had you conducted that audit for 10 good days, you would have figured out that fraud very easily. It was on the face, it was there. Because you didn't conduct your audit properly, you couldn't find the fraud. See, please understand, these are all court cases, okay, which I'm talking about. I know there is too many happening. I'll conclude it properly and summarize, don't worry. First, understand the gist. There are auditors who go to the court. We get questioned that there was this fraud. Now, Satyam scandal hua hai, this Harshad Mehta case happened. You think auditors were not called to the court? We were. We have to answer. So when the court asks you that why did you not report so-and-so issues, you will tell the court that, sir, I conducted my audit thoroughly. Okay. Had there be any other auditor in my place also, they would not be able to detect this fraud. If you can prove that to the court, you will be not proven guilty. They will let you go. But had you taken this audit lightly, you just simply signed and you came, okay? Had you conducted that audit properly, you would be able to find that fraud and you're not able to prove it. They'll tell you if there was any other auditor in your place, they would easily be able to find this fraud. It means you have done a professional misconduct. Simple. Okay? So understand, there I can't tell the court, but they were paying me only so much, so I did only this much. Your signature is blindly trusted by all stakeholders. Do not prove them blind. We are telling you, you don't give 100% assurance, but give at least 95, no? right? And in that 95, one thing is that the fraud shouldn't have been there if the audit was conducted properly. Yes, there are exceptional cases where auditors have been proving in the court and they've told them, let's see, anybody in my case, in my place, would not be able to find this fraud. No matter if they stay for 60 days, 80 days, 100 days also, and they do the audit, they can't find it. If they say like that, and they're able to prove themselves, court will leave you. They'll say, good, okay, we understand. There you'll draw that line, it's okay. But you can't say I completed audit in 2 days and I came, so and they were paying me only so much. They'll tell, then why did you take that up? Don't take up. Who's forcing you to take up audit? They'll question you like that there. Got it? And all this is coming from Supreme Court, High Court rulings, okay, guys? From your UK companies, Act 2006 and everywhere. So please understand the gist over here. We can't use that one thing that they are paying me so much so I can do. That is not allowed. They have told us that you want to balance cost benefit, which I'll talk in the next line. But you can't use that as a reason in the court. Right? It's like your parents telling you, go if you want to go to Goa. We will also see. What are they giving? What are they telling? They're giving you freedom, but they're not giving you freedom, right? So they're telling, go at your own risk, then we will see later. Kya hota hai. So that's what they've told auditors also. You plan the way you want, but for that money, don't degrade the profession. Be authentic. If for 5 days are needed as per your professional judgment, give 5 days. Don't come out in 2 days. That is wrong. Okay. So understand this. This is how you think. But are they going to question you like this in the exam? No. These court cases and all what I told you is just to give you more insight so that you connect to the subject. That's it. We are not going to go this deep for other chapters. You have to understand the basics first. Okay? So इधर क्या बोल रहे? Is my job to sit and find fraud? No. But had I conducted my audit properly and I could have seen that fraud, but because I didn't conduct properly my audit, I'm not able to see that fraud. Then it is my fault, boss. Clearly. So what they're trying to tell is, just be true to your job. Whatever job you do it with full honesty, integrity. Okay? You can't go and tell the client that you're paying me so much, so I will know. That signature is equal value, whether they're paying you 2 rupees or 2 crore rupees. That signature ka value is equal in both places. It's going to be trusted blindly, so don't prove your stakeholders blind just because they trust you. See, understand this. This is scope limitation with our work. Our job is to make sure that the financial statement is true and fair. But is our job to sit and do official investigation? No, for that there is income tax department. They will conduct search, seizure and all that. The auditor does not have legal power such as the power of search. We search matlab kya? I've come to your house, now I can lock the doors, disconnect the phone line. That's called searching. The word search is coming from your taxation. So we don't have that power. Investigators have the power. Are we investigators? No. Primarily, the audit and investigation are two different exercises, but often construed to be similar. People use audit and investigation interchangeably, which is wrong. Remember that MCQ. And the last page of this chapter also, there's a proper explanation to that. We'll tell you later. This is clear? Okay. Balancing cost and benefits is important. Your client is paying you. Okay. All your doubts now, whatever it is, wait, I will take it up in a bit. Okay. We are in a flow. Let's not interrupt it. Now, balancing cost and benefits. Your client is paying you 25,000 rupees. Is it a good fees? Say he's just got a small business. 50 lakh high revenue. We call it small. He's paying you, say, 25,000, assume. And the audit is in Goa. You stay somewhere in other place like Bangalore, Chennai, jo bhi. Is it good fees and you have to conduct this audit, say, in 5 days and come back? Is it good fees? Yes. Yes, no, not applicable. Kuch to bolo.
No.
No.
The average people in the class. Right? What is no? 25,000 is not good.
Flight expenses, ma'am.
Huh? Arey, flight mein jaoge aap, acha. Of course. Why will we go in bus and train? I not studied hard to go in bus and train, na? Huh? Tell me.
Ma'am, accommodation will be paid by?
So everything is on you. We'll pay you revenue of 25,000. You stay in a guest house, you stay in auntie uncle's house, we don't care.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Ma'am,
Not-
there's the
not
entire
enough.
audit meeting, right?
See, you're thinking like a businessman suddenly. Yes, it's right. As auditors, we are doing business. We are in business. We are not here for charity. This figure is not working out for me. It's not really. Had I been in Gujarat, maybe it would work out. It's closer for me. Goa. So, ठीक है. I'll do some kind of jugaad. I'll get at least. So, मेरे को ना loss होगा. If I stay there for 5 days का accommodation, 2,000 per day, है ना? 2K per day. That is only 10,000. Food, obviously, I will eat good food. I didn't clear my exams to eat dirty food. है ना? So if I'm taking 1,000 per day, also 5,000 तो वहां गया, right? If I'm going in flight and coming in flight 10,000, assume just an average. There only 25,000 is gone. I'm not even talking about any other parties you'll do after going there. वो तो है ही नहीं. So clearly, whatever he's paying you is equalized with whatever you have spent. Why on earth will you do that audit? So because of cost and benefit also, sometimes we restrict ourselves. Now, this one can't be used as a reason in the court. I told you, no? You have no guts to go and tell the person who's a judge, कि पैसा इतना ही था. We can't say that. They'll clearly tell you, then don't take it up. Here, will you take up the audit? No. And if you take up also, it's your thing, your choice. You want to take up, it's okay. But don't compromise the work. If you're taking up something, do it properly. So the auditor is expected to form an opinion within a reasonable period of time with limited resources at his disposal at a reasonable cost. But this issue is there. We have to acknowledge it. Right? Doctors will easily say 2 lakh for surgery. Unko to milta hai paisa. Auditors don't get it so easily. Ours is the only profession where people take free consultancy. You would have seen your uncle, auntie will just go there to auditor's office. They'll say what to do. Achha, you're there, no? Then you do this work, then we will pay you. So they take free consultation. Whereas you go to lawyer, they get paid. Doctor will touch and take 500 rupees. Even for a normal checkup, we give free advices. So our profession generally, it's sometimes taken for granted. That's why we have to think of cost and benefit. That's why this point. Okay, don't write this as an excuse for a Supreme Court. Yeah, no money, I will not. Then don't take it up. Because of this, sometimes what happens is we limit our scope. That's why we are not able to give 100% also. Because what happens is, see, understand one thing now, these are only first day I'm explaining you. Next time I will refer this example everywhere, remember. In India also, I'll just give you example in India because you're used to India. 31st March, we close our year, no? You all know that financial year closes at 31st March. In some countries, 31st December. In some countries, 5th of April. Okay. Now, यहाँ पे close हुआ. India में, the act says that 30th September, before 30th September, audit should be completed and signatures should be given to the income tax department. So how many months do you have? April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months you have. So when I'm saying you have 6 months, the client only, see, if 31st March ko year is completed and think you're an Indian, will you close your books on 31st March or you'll keep some pending entries? Aram se I'll put it in April. Definitely, I'll keep it in April. Depreciation entry. These entries are there no, towards the end of the year, like depreciation, TDS, all that they keep it towards the end. Right? Bank entries and all, we pass before 31st March. But after 31st March, these depreciation, all that are extra entries we use. So, you know, your accountant, your client accountant, the client accountant also will take aram se time till 15th April. Okay? 15th April tak. They'll figure everything. They'll close the books properly before 15th April. They'll account, they'll check everything. Okay, other 15th April, 30th April, they will chill, they'll close the figures, they will talk to each other, client and the accountant, both, his management, they'll talk to each other, they'll check everything. Okay, if you're at 30th April, 31st July, people will remember, oh, audit karna hai. Practically, we are all procrastinators, hello. You also keep your BCom exams on the last day studying, na? Same thing. They also remember that time. Audit karna. Suddenly, July, August 1st, they are in auditor's office. Audit karna, audit karna. And how much time do we have now? 2 months. August, September. And do we have only one client like this? No. We have 65, 85, 180 clients. And everybody gets that nirvana mode on that day only, 1st August. Suddenly self-realization. And they come to us. And if we tell, no, we can't take it up, your business is gone. One is that. One way of looking at it is that. Another way of looking is unprofessional. Doesn't know to maintain relationship. If we try to tell them, I won't be able to commit for your work, we don't have that much space. Either the client will take offense or they will judge you. Both ways, you're only bad. Abhi 2 months ke andar, how to complete 18,000 entry? 18,000 entry is generally there in at least a file of 50-60 lakh ka revenue. Even 10 rupee chai bill, they put it. So I have to check everything as much as I can, right? And like this, I have 180 clients. So you tell me, can I do justice? Can I give 100% assurance here? No. That's why they're telling maybe because of cost, benefit, timing issues also, we can't give it. But we can't use this reason in the court. Please remember that. Okay. So now understand, do we do 100% checking? No. What we do is we take big amounts, we check them properly. This automatically, because we have less time, this automatically results in auditor applying a degree of materiality and test checking. We don't check everything, we check only few things. We test few things only. That's called test checking. I'll teach you this in chapter 8. And we apply degree of materiality. 10,000 rupees is not important to Ambani, so we'll not check. I will say, okay, anything above 5 lakh, I will check everything. Anything less than 5 lakh, I will not check. So this results in most efforts being concentrated on areas which the auditor in his professional judgment believes to have a risk of material misstatement. So what happens is my focus shifts from all other transaction less than 5 lakh to every transaction that is above 5 lakh. Because I know that their risk is more. Automatically, those areas less than 5 lakh will get our attention or not? Will we give our attention there? No, it will receive less effort from our end. Right? So because of that also, chances are they'll pass small entries 365 times, which are fake. Because they know auditors will not check. I'll pass a 10,000 rupees ka entry, cash. I will take the cash from the company, 10,000 rupees, and I will do it 365 times. Every day, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, because I know auditor will not have the time to check that. So now can you tell me 10,000 into 365 is how much? 3,65,000. Is that a big amount now suddenly? Yes. For theft it is. Are you understanding? Because of this also, can we give 100% surety? This happens. Okay. And these are not reasons and excuses. Legit, they put you in this situation. 1st August, they'll come to you. Inconclusive nature of evidence. I explained this to you. That bill ka example, 10 lakh, just now which I gave. Sometimes the quality of audit evidence is not going to help you. What is the quality? I told you, they gave you duplicate bills. Matlab, they have not given you good quality of audit evidence. Or they will give you only 4 bills out of 5. They will not suffice with the quantity. Original bill nahi denge, but only 4, not the 5th one. The quantity is missing of the evidence. Because we cannot conclude properly. Audit evidence can often be inconclusive. We are not able to give a proper opinion because of that. And this happens due to evidence not being available in either proper quantity or proper quality that the auditor needs to draw a conclusion. And sometimes management also imposes some troubles to the auditors when they have to acquire audit evidence. Sometimes when I go to a management and ask them, sir, I need this voucher, I need this bill. Madam, relax, you do other work, we'll give you after 2 weeks, don't worry. We'll talk to head office, it'll come. Again, after 2 weeks, you go. Arre, we had dropped the mail, we sent you, no, did you check? You go back checking your email if you're missed out. You come back again saying, no, sir, it's not there. Arre, aise kaise? Wait, you ask me tomorrow. I'll get back to you. Why did that? And they'll act as if they really gave you something. And they'll keep doing this till 30th September. Now you tell me, 30th September, what will you do? You'll be in a situation, no? Again. Should I sign? Should I not sign? And then they'll start coercing you and pressurizing you. Sir, for 2-3 lakhs only you're not signing over. Don't do this. Till now we were waiting for the audit report. Now we have not signed. What will we do? Last day, if you tell like this, where to go? This is how they start talking. So there are few auditors who have guts. They will tell, I'm not going to sign. There are few auditors who bow down. They'll say, okay, chalo, I'll sign. So this is how we have troubles. That's why we are not able to give 100% clarity. At its best, evidence can be persuasive. I told you, best to best, you can just persuade with that audit evidence that maybe 10 lakh says it happened. Okay, sometimes you cannot conclude because of not having good quality or good quantity. They are telling the same thing. Whether or not it is conclusive, it depends on the professional judgment of the auditor. At the end of the day, I should listen to my inner thoughts only to sign. Because every time they will not assist you. Right? Finally, because of the fifth reason also, we are not able to give a 100% assurity. Why? Audit does not encompass a check of all the transactions that happen during the reporting period. What is reporting period? 1st of April to 31st of March or 1st of January to 31st of December. Okay. That is your reporting period. That is a period where for which the audit is getting conducted. So we call it reporting period. Audit, do we check every transaction? You only told no, ma'am, we can't. Audit only covers an assessment and check of material events and material transaction with a special focus on material event. That can pose a risk of misstatement. Hence, only risky transactions and events that actually misleads the financial statements are subject to that kind of audit. That's why we get audit done only for those risky transactions, because we know that if that goes wrong, financial statements will not be true. Financial statements will not be fair. A complete or 100% check is not feasible. Why? Owing to the limitation of time and extent of the audit assignment which we have to perform. You can't expect us to do 100% checking with this 2 months time which you're giving us, guys. Not possible. I have other clients as well. I'm doing everything. I told you yesterday also, just 5 lakh auditors are there in India for 1.4 billion. You tell me, how do we suffice this demand? You know? So because of that, government also understands. So they say, give us reasonable assurance, don't give absolute. Got it? For people who have missed out yesterday's class, you will find it difficult to connect the concepts. So do not lose hope. Watch the recording, you'll connect it. Now, you know why I gave you this 5 minutes break? It was much needed. Because it has to go in a flow. Okay. And when we do chapter number 5, risk, that flow, this only flow is needed. What I'm trying to tell, no? This flow is needed. Now it comes like a story in front of your eyes. When you see, you'll understand, yeah, because they are preparing financial statements, we can't give a 100% guarantee. Yes, because they are concealing frauds, we can't. Sometimes they conceal it so beautifully, we can't. Sometimes they are not giving us proof, so we can't. Sometimes our scope is limited, so we can't. Sometimes because of the cost benefit, we can't do it. Sometimes the evidence that is given to us is lacking some quantity or quality, so we can't. Sometimes you cannot check all the transaction keeping time in mind. So we check only high risk areas, right? That's why. Now, what do you need to do if a question like this comes? Side point, you should remember. This explanation you can write by own words. Okay. Yes, in this also, if you remember this side point and A, B, C ka side point, inside you can write in your own words. And why am I telling own words? Right now we are learning audit. Aage jaake all these words will look chiller to you because we are using these words continuously in other chapters. So you can easily write when it comes. Okay. So you don't have to by heart this, just understand and be in a position to be able to explain in your own words. That's all you need to do. Okay. Now, whatever doubts are there, I'm opening the floor. Yes, Vansh, what is the doubt?
Ma'am, should we write all of this in a notebook right now? या आप notes दोगे हमको?
नहीं, यही आपका नोट से इसको ही 50 बार पढ़ो.
Okay, so no notebook, just to read it.
Don't do that. Because we want to do writing for question answers.
Okay.
Whoever put a doubt on chat box, please talk it out. Huh? Khushbu, you had raised your hand that time.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what happened.
For this sophisticated attempts of concealment,
Yes.
actually, there was just a question when this SBI or PNB bank fraud came. So I just wanted to say like the people, the management who is hiding all this, they are also their team also consists professionals like us only. So aren't ethics and rules applicable to them?
Everything is applicable to everybody, honestly. And in fact, PNB fraud was something that if auditor would have checked properly, he would be able to figure out that there's a fraud. So there has been a misconduct from auditor's end as well. And I admit it.
And in cases where seriously, like as we had discussed, if audit had been done for more time also, they have concealed in such a way that he or she, means the auditor couldn't find. But the ones in management, if they consist of professionals, are their license also cancelled or some
No, they will lose their directorship. Business can seize. That's for that information you have to study law.
Okay.
Okay, it's not a part of audit. Okay, we'll take up the less doubts later. Guys, this part also you don't have to by heart, okay? This is for basic building of your understanding. You should know. Okay, when we talk about materiality as well, na, guys, we have to understand here. Shareholders, investors. I explained you this already, right? That time. It's the same thing, except one addition is done here. What figures they look up to the most? They like seeing net profit after tax. They like looking at MPS, market price per share. They like to see EBITDA ka figure. Okay. Examiner is not going to question you here anything at all. I'm just trying to make you understand what excites them the most in the financial statement. That's it. They are not going to question you here. What does a lender, somebody who is giving away the loan, what does he like to see in the balance sheet? Earnings before interest and tax. That is your profit before income, interest and tax. Okay. And what are the loans that are still there in the company? I want to know if I'm ICICI Bank and you have borrowed loan of 50 crore, from which other bank also you have borrowed loan? Just want to know information. So I want to check your balance sheet. As a supplier, I'm always interested in your current assets. Why? Because if tomorrow you can't pay me, understand, you purchase goods from me, I'm your supplier. Okay? Tumhara balance sheet, your audit is happening there. I, as a supplier, am interested in your current asset. Why? Because tomorrow, if you don't pay, no, you will liquidate those current assets only. That money will come, and then with that money, I'll get my payment. Yes or no? I want to shut down my business. Will I not sell my inventory? I'll sell my short-term investments. I'll sell my inventory. I have cash. I have some FDs. I'll break that FDs and I'll pay the supplier. That's why suppliers are indirectly interested in these figures. Got it? Employees are always interested in the financial performance. They want to know salary. Okay, you will see here. They want to know the profit of the company. PF में कितना जा रहा है पैसा? There's something called provident fund which employer will deposit for you. Okay, so you want to know that. Professional tax, there is something called professional tax, 200 rupees per month which gets deducted for all employees in India, which gets deposited to government. So have they deducted the professional tax or not? Government is always interested in only one figure, that is profit. Because from that profit only tax get deducted, that tax goes to them, no? So they want to know what profits are happening. Customers, on the other hand, they are only looking at, see, I'll tell you something. Tata, they are going to launch EVs soon. I think we all know somewhere Tata is trying really hard to come up with EV vehicles in 2025. Some people know it, some people don't know it, but now you know. As customers, we are excited. You'll always see your parents say, we will do one thing, we'll not buy a second-hand vehicle right now. Let one EV come, we'll purchase EV only. Let's wait till the next year. Tata will launch an EV. So how does the customer know that they're going to launch EV? Because they know that their purchase some go down. They have done some capital expenditure on some machineries. They've got a hands-on training. So Tata will write all that in their annual report. That we have invested in these places because we are having a goal that we want to go all EV by 2025. So customers are always excited to see how much capital expenditure, how much production में पैसा कितना जा रहा है. How much money are you spending on production? How much money are you spending on capital expenditure? How are the internal controls of your company? What is the discipline within your company? Else it will be like a kingfisher case. Fly तो हो रहा है, but no pilot is getting any money. Right? So you have to understand as customers, it's very important goodwill. Very interested in that figure. Society at large is always interested in CSR. We already discussed it. So are they going to question this to you? No. Yeah. Nauman, yes. They are interested in all that, what you said. Okay. These are all overall figures. Okay. Are they going to question you? Not really. Okay. Now, there is a small concept and then I will call it a closure for today. Understand this basic concept. Again, you just have to listen. You don't have to read. We have to understand over here that when we talk about audit, you're telling me some place. Now see, your client has 50 crore revenue, okay? That is sales figure is 50 crore, assume. According to you, above what amount you will do full checking and below what amount you will not check at all? According to you, your figure. There's no correct figure to tell. There's no correct figure here.
2 lakhs.
2 lakhs, okay. Anybody else? Guys, keep challenging. 2 lakhs. Then.
Won't this be subjective now?
Exactly. I want to know how subjective you can get with the figure.
5 lakh.
5
5
lakh,
lakh.
correct.
5 lakh.
5 lakh, perfect. Then. That's all, huh? 5 lakh, 2 lakh, 1 lakh.
10 lakh.
10 lakh. See, there are people who... See, it's your audit. Nobody tells you what to do. You're the boss. See, doctor will not go out of the cabin to ask, isko dolo dena hai, paracetamol. He'll decide. We have to trust. So as an auditor, you decide how much risk can you take when you're doing your audit. Simple. Signature is yours only. License to aapka hi cancel hona hai. If you go wrong. So you ask yourself, how much risk I can take. There are few auditors who close their eyes also and sign. There are few. Every profession has a black spot, no? So there are. So we have to understand one thing. It is a subjective thing, right? It is subjective thing. The accuracy, we have to understand that somebody like me, I will go for a 1 lakh figure because I'm that scared. When I say scared, I'm a person who likes taking less risk in my life. Less risk. So I'll go for that. Some people have very good experience. They'll say, no, I want to go over 10 lakh and above. Anything below 10 lakh doesn't matter. And if income tax ka case aaya to dekh lenge. They look at it that way. The way they perceive audit is like that. So we have to understand that materiality is a concept of subjectivity. Right? For somebody it is 1 lakh, for somebody it is 10 lakh. So we have to also understand one more thing, that sometimes it is bad to tolerate too much. Meaning, if you set a level of 10 lakh as materiality, matlab anything less than 10 lakh will not matter to you, right? You have increased your toleration up to 10 lakh, which is risky. So we have to ask ourselves, how much can I tolerate? If these people keep making errors, till what time how much can I tolerate? So to what extent should I keep my materiality level? You ask yourself that way. That's how you think. Okay. I'm going to give you a very basic, simple example. Put your common sense. Don't use your auditing gyan here. Common sense, okay? Now, you have a client, okay? Your client is there. And what has the client told you? He's telling that he has a rental expense of 1 lakh. Okay. He has electricity expense of 1 lakh. Say he has a legal expense, lawyer ko pay kiya hai. He's paid 1 lakh to the lawyer. You're also 1 lakh. And say he has, what else? Audit fees expense. That is expense for them. For us, it is revenue. For them, it's expense, na? Of 1 lakh. And I'm telling you, I'm giving you a condition now. You can check only one figure. Of all these 4 things you can see, you can check only one. Which one will you check? Rent, electricity, expense, audit fees. Electricity. How many are talking? Wait 1 second. Electricity. I can hear many people telling electricity. Who else? Who wants to challenge this?
I'm legal.
Legal. Who's saying legal? Who's saying legal?
Legal.
Okay, two
Legal, ma'am.
Legal. Anybody wants to check audit fees? That's the last thing we want to check. Pata hai, we are only billing them, so we'll know the figure. Why to check?
Might ask for an increase.
Rent also can be checked.
Rent.
Rent also can be checked. You know? Rent also can be checked. No, I'm telling you, you can check one.
Rent.
You will check rent.
Rent.
Okay. For people who said electricity, see, I'll tell you something. Apply a business approach. Generally, I call it the Gujo, Marwadi, Sindhi kind of approach. Okay? So we have it there. Whenever you go to eat food also in a restaurant, when you look around only, you will start calculating. Every customer coming here will give 250 rupees. Every day 100 customers are coming. Easily they are making 2.5 rupees. Electricity ka expense might be around 1 lakh. You start thinking that way. You know? As auditors also, when we start getting experience with businesses, we start thinking like that. Right? And you meet any doctor in an event, any dentist in an event, they'll be looking at your teeth only. They want to tell so much about your teeth, but they can't. But they know there's so much problem we have on our teeth. Right? A skin specialist is always going to look at your skin while you're talking to them. Because that's their expertise. That way, when ACCA, CS, CPS, CFS, we go to a business place, we start thinking money, 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 money. Next time you go to the restaurant also, when you see GST, you will start thinking, GST. You will start looking at electricity because you're learning audit with me, so you will start getting those thoughts. Is it possible to calculate rent? If I tell you something, if somebody comes and tells you that's all the rent I'm paying is 1,20,000 rupees, what are you going to think? Put your analytical skills right now into head. 1,20,000 is the rent for the whole year. What's the first thing you're going to tell yourself if somebody tells you that?
10,000 for a month.
Yes, you will start thinking like that only. Common sense. Then somebody is telling you 10,000. Then won't you look around the property just like that if you've entered?
Space.
Like
Location.
you're able to analyze it, no? With your analytical skills. Electricity expenses, someone saying it's 1,20,000. You'll see AC is on full day. Computers are running. Fans are on. You're able to figure that out just with your skill. Thought process के हिसाब से you'll get to know कि 1 lakh होगा. हो सकता है. Legal expense. How will you analyze that?
If there are any cases.
मैम कुछ फाइनेंशियल केसेस के लिए पे करने हैं?
Why did that financial case come up? When do we go to lawyer? Every day?
No.
No.
When do we go to lawyer, guys?
There is a case against
Something went wrong.
Penalty.
Something
Went wrong or fraud, maybe an error.
So as an auditor, what do I feel like checking? If I have to check
Legal
I have to
action.
check legal expense.
Legal.
Why you want a lawyer? My first question. Rent is normal. Electricity is normal. Legal expense, kuch to hai. My third eyes will open that time. Mentos, dimag ki batti jali. Literally, you will start thinking that way. That's how auditors think, yeah. Even if they say they have spent 10,000 on a lawyer, even if you're telling anything less than 5 lakh, I will not check. Koi baat nahi. Lawyer, 10,000 rupees. Will that 5 lakh rupees matter to you that time? Will you tell, no, ma'am, it was less than 5 lakh? No, so I did not check. Kal ko pata chala, there was a drug dealing that happened for which the first expense for penalty that to pay was just 10,000. Court case chala. But you didn't care to ask why. Below 5 lakh, who will check? So not classy. Right? What have you done? You have taken more risk. Sometimes, please understand, materiality is not always with the amount. Sometimes the nature of that misstatement is so important that money doesn't matter. Another example I'll give you. One beautiful notice your client has got from income tax department for 2,000 rupees. Will you check it? Will you not check it? Income tax department. I would call them father of the country.
Check it.
For us,
Check
they are father figure. For our auditors, everybody is worried. Income tax notice, your client will not sleep full night. Even for 2,200 rupees, 2 paisa also will not get sleep. Because why would they? So will you tell 5 lakhs is less, so I did not check?
No.
Sometimes few transactions by nature, few items by nature are material, not by amount. Got it? So we have to understand that way also. You have to trigger this thought process as auditors inside you. Okay, this is how we need to think. Right? Somebody out making a fraud of 5 lakh doesn't matter, but your sibling lying inside the house matters. Suddenly your friend is, doing some wrongdoings, you're okay. But the same thing your sibling does, you want to slap the kid. Because by nature, even that small thing is important to you that time. तो आपको वैसे सोचना है. How you think in personal life, same thing you think in audit. Okay, trigger your thought process. You have to start thinking like this anymore. Okay. Now, there might be few times also, you might also come across a scenario where I told you, right? Small transaction. Say somebody is, you have kept a, let's understand the example well here. You kept your materiality level at 1 lakh rupees. Anything less than 1 lakh, I will not check. Anything more than 1 lakh, I will check. Correct? There is one employee who's taking away cash every day, 1,000. Okay. How much has he theft in the year? Kitna hua? 1,000 into 365.
3,65,000.
3,65,000. What was your materiality level?
100,000.
1 lakh. 1
Just
lakh.
1 lakh. You had set a materiality level of 1 lakh, right? Anything more than 1 lakh, I will check. Anything less than 1 lakh, I will not check. So there was an employee who has taken 1,000 every single day for 365 days. What has happened? He has literally done a cash of 3,65,000. Is this amount above your materiality level actually when you total it?
Yes.
Total karo na?
Yes.
Small figures when aggregated together, which is below the materiality level, when you aggregate them together and you see the total of that, it has actually exceeded the materiality level. I'll repeat again. Small figures below the materiality level, like 1,000 rupees, which you didn't want to check. Okay? Small figures, when you total them up in an aggregate and you add them, you realize the total of that small figures have aggregated to increase your materiality level also. So don't you think it's your duty to sometimes check even small recurring transaction to see if they totaling may have not exceeded your materiality level? Yes. Think. This concept is called performance materiality, which I'll not teach you now. Some other day. Too much of gyan in one day is not good. You can't retain. Right? But understand something so basic. You only will want your birthday is coming the next month, assume. If you suddenly take 1,000 rupees from your dad's wallet, you will get caught. So from today, you will start taking 100, 50, 200. Dad is very happy, 500 one day. He'll not check his wallet. He's given you his wallet and gone. 500 gone. But thoda karke. So that he doesn't figure it out. Suddenly, if he sees that 3,000 rupees is gone from his wallet, he'll know. But if in a day from now, if you do 100, you will not get caught. Don't do that. I'm not here to teach you that. Karma will hit me if you do that. My kid will do that and I will come back to you then. Okay. So please understand, this is how fraudsters think. So as auditors, we should be one step ahead. So we have to understand this concept as well, guys. Okay, this is a concept. This is how it works. You can't close your eyes blindly and think anything above 1 lakh, I'll check. Anything less, I won't check. No. There is a way to check. Yes, everything above 1 lakh, so you have to check. Another thing you need to keep in mind, I'll also understand small transactions if they are recurring every now and then to check if they are authentic, because you never know, total of that can exceed the materiality level. Sometimes some transactions by nature, something like legal expense, by nature, they're important. So we need to check them. Okay? So how do you, so when I say professional judgment apply karna hai, it's all these things, keep all this common sense in back of your head and apply. You'll get your answers. But trigger your thought process. That's all you need to do. Okay? So that is what they're trying to tell you here. Okay? This is nothing. You want to read, you read. You don't want to read, you don't read. Okay? I just want you to understand one thing over here. Now that you have learned inherent limitation of audit with me, you also know that giving an absolute degree of assurance is never a possibility. We have concluded that. Hence, while the auditor is striving to get that reasonable assurance also, it must be accepted that errors are going to be there. Because I'm giving only 95%, na? So obviously those 5% can be error. But how much of these errors can we tolerate? That we need to keep in mind. Sometimes when you tolerate too much, they will sit on your head. Sometimes when you let go of small amounts, they can sit on your head. And they will sit on your head in such a way that when there could be a possibility that financial statements will not be true and fair. Just because they're telling you, your parents will tell you no many a times, just because you're being nice to you, don't take an advantage. We'll know when to stop giving that facility. Why do they say that? Because there's a tolerable level. That beyond this, we will stop. Same way when auditors, after experience of PR, you will also get to know beyond this, we have to stop. These many mistakes are happening, can't be mistake, it is fraud. Right? So this is how you have to understand. How much to tolerate? You have to think. So the answer lies in materiality. You want to set a proper materiality level over here so that you can't go wrong in your audit. What is materiality? Materiality is considered to be a level rather than a threshold below which, if exists any kind of error, decisions and opinions on the financial statements are not impacted. So basically what they are trying to say is set your materiality amount such that something like, I'll do one thing, I'll keep two kind of materiality, okay? One is 1 lakh. Another materiality level, I'll keep at 5,000 also. Few transaction ke liye, I will check 5,000 transactions as well. And then I will also check something above 1 lakh also. I'll mix it up. Now will they trouble me? Now will they do any kind of fraud? Will I catch it? If I do it like this, now I can catch hold. So set your materiality level such that, and see, if there is any fraud less than 5,000, does it really matter? Tell me, 5,000 for a company which has 50-60 crore of revenue. Let it go. We are not here for 10 rupee ka chiller. Please understand. Chota, it's okay. Leave it. It's okay. We are here to give reasonable assurance. So you have to understand all these things. Small things you have to take care of. Because see, when you go by an overall approach, you can also go wrong. So these things in the back of the head should be there. For instance, if we say that the level of material determined for area of revenue from the sale of good is $500, meaning you have set your materiality level at $500, which means any sales that have happened above $500, I will check. Anything below, I will not check. This is what you have set. So they are explaining you what materiality is, which I've already taught. Okay, I'm just connecting you here, that's all. So they are telling you any revenue reported below 500, you will pass it off as if it is immaterial. And you will feel that, oh, this doesn't really matter. It's okay. It's fine. But you should always, in back of your head, also keep a caution that sometimes small immaterial items, when repeated continuously and when you total them up, aggregate karoge, then it can also exceed the materiality level. Got it? That's what they've said here. Read it. However, there must be a degree of caution back of your head, as these immaterial items, when totaled up, when aggregated, could very well end up being material. They're telling, keep your eyes open. Don't blindly get to the materiality number. Think many other things before you judge. Got it? Now, these misstatements can include sometimes omission. What is omission? Forgetting. Sometimes the person who has prepared financial statement can forget to enter some transaction. So misstatements including omission are considered to be material if individually or aggregately they could actually change, or they can reasonably be expected to influence the economic decision of the user taken by the financial statement. Say you are the shareholder, you have invested, say, 2 lakh rupees, you have invested 1 crore rupees, assume. And you slowly get to know that every time there is a cash theft happening in the company and they're reporting for it. 5 years ago, it was 5 lakh rupees. 4 years ago, it was 6 lakhs. 3 years ago, 8 lakhs. 2 years ago, 10 lakhs. Last year, 15 lakh ka cash theft hua hai. What do you feel as a stakeholder? Will you be okay? You will start getting trouble. You'll start feeling, what am I doing in this company? And what if the auditor is hiding all this and not showing this cash theft along with the management joining hands? You are deceiving that stakeholder, no? Had stakeholder gotten to know, as a shareholder, if you would have gotten to know about this, you would have divested from the company, you would have sold your shares. But because they have hidden it so beautifully, you are not able to, you are innocent. So they are telling you, don't fall for it. Check properly. Small misstatements put together, a very big misstatement, whatever it is. If it is 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees, leave it. But if it is amounting to 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 4 lakh together, it can change that other person's perspective. It can get their decision making can get changed. They would be thinking that the company is good, but now that this is happening, they will change their decision, thinking company is not good enough. So if this influence can happen, you have to stand strong and come out with that fraud. Whatever is happening, come out clean. Okay. Judgment about materiality are made in light. See, guys, one more thing. We are going to learn again the same thing in chapter 5. I'm giving you an overview. So if you're not understanding each and every word or you're getting disconnected, don't lose hope. We are learning that again there. Okay. First, only overview you need to understand. So judgment about materiality are made in light of surrounding circumstances. Like I told you, sometimes amount matters. That is the size. That is 5 lakh, 10 lakh. That matters. Sometimes nature matters. Here the nature was mattered, no? Legal expenses. The nature of that misstatement was important for us, not the money. Okay, sometimes amount is important. Sometimes nature is important. Amount is obviously shown by they are telling size. That's amount. Okay, and then there's nature also that is important. Sometimes both. Okay, so you have to understand one thing, that whatever judgment you make as an auditor, you should understand at the end, how will the users get affected? If you choose to forego 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees ka cash theft, will the end user get actually affected is my question. Ambani ka balance sheet hai, Reliance, you are invested over there. 5,000 rupees, some misstatement has happened, 5,000, 10,000. If you hide that, if you don't look at that 5,000, 10,000, will that end user get affected? No, clear. But there is a 1 crore rupees of fluctuation in some sales figure. Okay. And you have forgotten to check it as an auditor. Will the end user now get affected because you've forgotten? Yes. Your judgment is very important. Judgment about the matters that are important to the users are based on consideration of common financial information needs of the user. I told you yesterday one important sentence. Can we keep everybody happy? No. Right? I can't keep everybody happy. As a teacher also, I can't. It's understood. But does it mean I don't try only? I want to make sure a major chunk of group is happy at least. Same as auditor, you should understand. Society to bolegi, but our suppliers should not be angry. So the figures that suppliers need should be correct properly. Jitna ho sakta usko अच्छे से audit karo. Properly you have to do audit for those things. Supplier you can't upset. Government, can you upset a government? No, they shut down your business. So profit figure should be proper. As much as possible, put more effort in that area. CSR figure, important hai. But will you die for that? It's okay. I'll check overall. I will not go in depth checking each and every bill. Because there is a possibility that every user will have some or the other expectation. Today, if I have to go somebody walking on the road also, if I tell them, what do you think about India? They'll start with Modi. Modi doesn't even know who that person is. But expectation to hai na? The possible effect of misstatement on specific individual users whose needs may vary is not considered. Let them tell what they have to tell. If I start thinking that way and do my audit, I can't complete my audit, boss. So let me do what I have to do. Right? Have you seen anybody going inside an operation theater and telling doctor how they need to conduct surgery? Some random person going inside. ये इसको ऐसे मत करो, इधर से काटो. What nonsense, right? You think the doctor will even listen? Throw him out. So that user, that person, really, cares about that operation, so he's standing there, but he has no role to play, so ignore him. Same way as an auditor, 10 people will come and tell you 10 things. You trust on your judgment. Understand which users are going to consume and who will get affected the most. That area is audited properly. Okay, check everything if you can. Other areas doesn't matter, it's okay. Give yourself a benefit of doubt, relax, thoda bahut. In that area, you can calm down. Okay, so it's judgment ka khel. Okay, you have to understand it's all about judgment. Are we clear here? Any doubts you all have? Stay back. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow from this part here. All this will be taken care of. Tomorrow we complete this. We are going to chapter 4B. Most important chapter for a pure theory question. Chances are it can come for 4 marks or 8 marks. Okay? And it's very interesting, honestly. Okay, so that's where I expect you to meet tomorrow. We'll be doing chapter 4B tomorrow. One will be done within half an hour, 40 minutes. Balancing, we'll go for chapter 4B. Okay? So that's about it, guys. I hope you all had fun. We'll see you tomorrow. Meanwhile, others can stay back. Whoever has doubts, troubles, etc., etc., I'm listening to you. Others, please go have dinner with your family. Enjoy. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, the LMS portal.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. You have my number on the group, no? Just DM it to me.
Okay.
I'll print a picture of that LMS which is not working for you. Okay.
Ma'am, actually, for me also, LMS, it is showing that I am enrolled in the batch and yesterday's recording is also available. But the link to join the lecture for how should we join the Zoom meeting isn't there.
1 second. Are you logging in from your registered email ID only?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Write this issue down. Send it to me. Now only that entire issue, I'll put a screenshot of the same issue to the team.
Sure.
It is same for many of us. Like the
It's
tab
it's
is
the same
showing the
for most of.
recordings, but the link is not available.
Live lecture link.
Neither
tab
the
should
PDFs
be-
are available of the books.
Switch on everything with LMS properly, na?
Yeah, only
I
3
think
tabs
we
are
have to log
available.
in with the ID that they've
ID and
put
password,
up on
yeah.
the group. Yeah, just with that. I don't think they have it in the link on the element.
I think you have your answer. Yet. Khushbu, type that issue. Okay. Let me share it to the team once. Okay. If there is some new change that has happened this quarter, let's have a clarity. We'll get this communication gap sorted. I'll come up with a guideline if there is a new change, and then I'll put it on the group. Okay, let's have a clarity here. Okay. Background mein wo link and all that, I don't take care of it. I take care of the classes, mocks, everything. We have a team that operates it. Mentor ka team hai. Write your issue. We'll see if we can sort it. And if there is legitimate some sorting that has to be done, then I'll collect names of all students who need that help and we'll help them. But if there is a different web method that you log in this time, because I know that there is a new way of logging in anymore. I got that PDF which says that there is a certain way of logging in and accessing the live class anymore. So once just read that instruction. It's there even on the WhatsApp group. Once read it, see if you're missing out something. If you are not missing out anything, you're doing exactly as it is, then you message me. Then I will put it to the team. Yes, Khushbu?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Once just check the PDF file. It's sent on the group already. Team has sent it.
Ma'am, actually, there is a link for joining the group, and it's same for the all meetings.
That's the thing. This is a new time. This is the first time we've introduced something like that. Generally, you get your links on the LMS.
And it's on Gmail, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it?
You just need to have to click on the link URL.
Who
That's all.
understood?
So, ma'am, is it like we have to join through that link only, which we have
Yes.
received as
Roman,
link?
please vouch this for me.
Yeah, it's it has been described that same link is for all the meetings with all the timings described.
You can even use the meeting ID. I think that would be easier rather than going in the email and
That
checking
wouldn't be
it out
necessary
every
if
now.
you click on the URL because it automatically directs you on the meeting. Then you just need to log in your Zoom app. That's all.
Means it don't need to access the LMS
No.
for joining the
No,
meeting, right?
this is the first
No,
quarter
no.
we've introduced this something new. That's fine.
Okay.
Maybe someone just need to send that URL in the WhatsApp group.
But it's
That
there
would be-
already. Yes, the yesterday only team has put up.
Then that would be easy, ma'am.
Yeah. You can just click
Yes,
on
the
that.
URL is already forwarded.
Okay. Guys, once see make an effort, try. If something comes up, let me know, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Thank you.
Noman.
Thank you.
Ma'am, Hema here.
Yes.
Even this study material, right now it is not available in the LMS, it seems. We are trying to access it, but it's not there.
Okay, Hema, please put this up to me on
No,
WhatsApp.
ma'am. Actually, that is also there is a different practice hub tab.
Yeah, you are guys. All this is informed. Wait. I didn't know that you don't know about it, Hema. We have practice hub there. AA practice hub. Click there. You have
No,
your.
ma'am, sorry
Yeah,
to
some
interrupt. Like
people,
this,
some people have an issue that after clicking the practice hub also it's not appearing.
no, for me, the practice hub option itself is not there. Only this premium, that Pro Master that is available. That practice hub is not
Message me,
there.
message
Okay,
me.
ma'am.
Click a picture.
Sure,
Ma'am, may
ma'am.
I know
Sure,
which
ma'am.
is your number in the group?
You are seeing my warning messages. You will see there. Log in
No,
early.
ma'am.
Come on
No,
time.
ma'am. I
That's
joined the group late, so.
Acha, okay.
Mail.
Wait 1 second. I'll give you out the number. Okay, you will see a message soon from me. Okay.
Ma'am, in
Okay.
general, one question. Apart from the study material, do we have any notes separately for the audit assurance?
Hema,
Any
you joined
notes
today
from
first
your end?
time.
No,
Your first
ma'am.
class.
Yesterday had some issues in the
Watch that recording once and then get back to me.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Once I've explained everything in that. So
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
thank you. Prashant, put it on the put it on my WhatsApp, yeah, please.
I'll send you.
Yeah, WhatsApp pe dalo na. I'll just put a screenshot to the team. They'll immediately get it done. Either they'll do it now or they'll do it by 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning.
I have sent you.
WhatsApp it to me, jo bhi hai. DM, okay? Okay, guys, that's about it. Then I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Have a nice day. No homework for today. Carry on with your FR, International Accounting Standards, which I've given you. Okay? I'll put that again on the group today for people who have joined newly. Perfect. Please message me whatever it is. If there is a need to connect on a call, I will put a voice note because again, I have next classes in like 15-20 minutes. So I won't be available on the call all the time. Always put a voice note if there's something urgent which you want to talk about. Okay. If not, this mentor access you have me. If you want to talk, I'm sitting here, you can talk to me.
Ma'am, I have checked. There is no practice hub.
Okay, click a picture of that. Okay, type your issue, send it to me. I will have it sorted before 10:30 in the morning tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Shivali.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Shirvali. Okay, Shrivali.
Yes, it's Shrivali.
Shrivali. Yes.
Yes.
I'll not go wrong next time. Perfect. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Nine, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.